On camera.
Yeah, he's nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fans of the stream, which is so far, I only know of one.
Mitch.
Anybody else who's there, please speak up. Feel free to let yourselves be heard. Because I'm being made fun of for not having enough followers. So,
Dude,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the next episode of Dunkins and Durgans.
Literally, all I do is post other people's
Shut
art,
up.
and I have
Shut
more
up.
followers.
Shut up. On to the last episode of Dunkins and Durgans. The adventuring party finished camping after they had fought through the drow encampment that enslaved them. They then made their way through the Underdark, traveling to the city of Colrite, which the people of Colrite are misbelieving to be the Crystal Heart. Something is plaguing the dwarves here in the city, and it is up to the adventuring party to find out. The adventuring party has met with the acting High Thane of the Dwarven kind, and have begun their investigations through the city. They have stopped at blacksmiths, they've stopped at taverns and inns and bars and gambling places, and they have also stopped in the residential district. We left the party sleeping the first night there in an inn after their first day of investigations, which is where we will pick up. Ladies and gentlemen.
We were out.
No. What? You're in the inn sleeping. This is where we left off. Shut up. So, you all awake the next day. What would you like to do?
Have we been paying for these rooms?
You have. This is your first night here.
I've been paying with mine with entertainment.
Yeah, we paid. Okay. Wink.
I will go get breakfast.
Understandable. You make your way down the stairs towards the first floor.
Where am I past there to? Is it actually my room?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you're in the stables with a horse.
Yep.
Probably. That does sound like me.
I'll wake up Ondariel and go down and get breakfast as well.
Okay.
Food.
God knows he won't be fucking awake.
Food.
Makes sense.
So you all awoke, suspiciously missing all of your blankets.
I can also believe that.
As per the kobold, all blankets are hereby forfeit.
Oh man, it would be a shame if I couldn't just make fire.
I'm used to sleeping outside, I'm sure.
Or just am basically being a fire.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's a blanket gonna do?
So, making your way downstairs, you see Sindrell with the girls, already eating breakfast.
Is he walking fast?
No, he's sitting down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, greeting. How you doing today, Sandra? Good morning.
Morning. How was your
What
night?
is it? No nightmares. I'll put it that way.
Good. The enchantments are working then.
As far as I know, hasn't happened yet. What about you?
I have not slept. I have been up all night doing investigations.
Isn't that dangerous?
He looks up, a little groggy. No. It is
We-
perfectly normal.
we
I've done several day excavations at a time before sleeping.
We just got kidnapped by
It's
drow.
not good for you.
Ah, Dwarven coffee does miracles for the
What's
sleep-addled mind. Ah,
Wait, Dwarf has their own coffee? Hang on, hold up.
yes they do.
It is real.
It is a unique blend that
Can I
they
have
grow
some?
down here in the
You shouldn't
Underdark.
have any. It stunts your growth.
I'm full grown.
Not you. Our kiddo here.
Yeah, you're right. The goblin kid.
Take the coffee.
He's gonna tell the barkeep or the innkeeper to bring a round of coffees for everybody. He's like, if you're not quite used to fire ale, then you're not gonna be used to dwarven coffee either.
I used to be a lizard.
I'm
folk
experiencing
before I
new
started
things.
drinking Coffee.
Reverse fucking stunting.
Oh god. Fucking Captain-ish with coffee, even more energy.
We can not.
We cannot. We can just take his every time. Like, hey, look, sparkly, and then just take it.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because that would work.
I know it would.
You're like, here's a coin, toss it across the room.
Down the coffee as quickly as possible.
Hey man,
So-
what's hot is lukewarm.
Last I remember, we were talking about the barracks and checking that out.
Yes. Should be a good time, early in the morning when they're prepping everything in the watch rotations. You should catch them before they send the individuals to the gate.
That's exactly what I was thinking we should do. So let's scarf this down and get out of here. We've got work to do.
I'm gonna begin scarfing.
Before you adventurers go, I should let you know that your meeting with the Thane, it has been pushed to an earlier time.
Oh yeah, weren't we supposed to meet him in the afternoon?
Yes, you will be meeting him here within a couple of hours.
Oh, here?
No, just time-wise, here in a couple of
Somebody
hours.
will come get us, and I'm assuming bring us to the...
No, you should meet me outside of the royal area.
So we'll be meeting him in a few hours. No,
Yeah.
no here.
No here, no.
No, what he said was correct. You guys are just assholes and idiots.
It's okay.
not
I'm used.
grammatically correct.
I'm used to it. It is. I'm gonna fucking murder you people.
It's like, what?
It's grammatically correct. So, you guys finish up your meals. You've distracted Captain Ish via Shiny in order to prevent Coffee from being introduced into the Kobold system.
Who threw the coin?
Me.
Was it?
I will take a coffee on the other hand, though.
Was it a
I
copper?
will be drinking the coffee. No, it was a silver because I know the silver will get you more interested than a copper.
It shines more.
It shines more.
Okay, so you guys finish up your meals and you begin to head out. As you begin to head towards the barracks, you notice that there's a bit of a somber mood of the dwarves that you see walking around. They're haggard, dark circles underneath their eyes, and they seem to be muttering to themselves as they go about their daily business.
What are they muttering?
Kind of nonsense. It's kind of just like occasionally when they're talking to themselves in their head, they let a half a word slip here and there.
Is it always the same word or something different?
No, it's something different. It's something
Okay.
wholly unique to the individual
Is-
and the nightmares.
Is
that
there
they
any, like, reoccurring...
have. You see one dwarf who's half naked with with mushrooms growing out of his beard, and he walks around the city. He is the only reoccurring character that you've seen wandering around the streets, muttering to
This-
himself. But he doesn't have dark circles under his eyes.
Can we stop him?
Sure. Yeah. You stop him. He looks at you, confused.
What are you talking about?
The mushrooms. They grow nicely this time of year.
I'm gonna point in the direction of the glowing mushrooms that I tried to lick.
No. Not those mushrooms.
The ones in his beard?
No, these are special mushrooms.
What's so special about them?
They grow out of the earth.
But...
Not if they're in your beard.
Mushrooms.
Oh,
They grow this nicely this time of year.
oh, he's a repeating.
Deja vu!
Alright, so he can occupy Ish for like a little bit. Ish can have a
Okay.
conversation with herself.
He's going
I was
to
gonna throw.
he's going to pick a mushroom from his beard and he's going to hand it to you.
I'll take it.
And then he's going to walk off mumbling to himself.
I'm gonna
Oh
sniff it.
god. Don't let her eat it. Don't eat it, please. Don't, eat
Don't.
it.
I'm going to
lick it.
try and stop her.
Nothing
Licking is
happens.
fine. Okay.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I'll eat it later.
Okay.
I wish I had like detect magic or something.
Next,
Hey,
next
guess what?
level.
I think I actually do have to. Yeah, I do.
I know you do because we decided you were going to take it. Then I'm like, wait, that's a shitty idea.
10
Why
seconds.
give the kobold one?
Yeah, chances are I
Like-
won't cast it unless I like.
Someone
Absolutely.
provokes you.
Yeah.
So,
It's like, hey, is that magical? Why don't you see and find out?
after dealing with the crazed mushroom man, you continue heading towards the High King's Palace.
It's a nice mushroom.
You begin making your way there, and as you arrive, you can see a group of soldiers heading out. You recognize one of them as the individual who led the expedition force to escort Sindrel.
I'm gonna wave
and the
at him
rest of you.
frantically.
He nods to you. He looks tired, but not nearly as tired as the rest of his unit.
Nice.
Go up to him, talk to him. Where's he at?
He's walking by, marching. He's making sure that his men keep in formation.
Try to get his attention, walk by him, and...
Oi, adventurers! What brings you here this morning?
We've been hired by Cinderella to investigate nightmares. Have you had any, or have any of your men?
Nightmares are quite common here in the barracks now, but I have not had any. We are currently on our way to the gates.
And do you usually go to the gates at this hour, if you don't mind me asking?
The
Is
watches
that your
change.
watch?
Watches change consistently, keeping people on their toes, I assume. But yes, I do the morning watch.
Awesome. That's good. Okay, with that being said, who's in charge in the barracks, out of curiosity?
High Master. What is her name again? We just call her High Master. Just ask for her, and you'll find what you're looking for. Very High Master. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. That's pretty much it. I will wish you a safe watch.
Perfect. Good luck, adventurers. You're gonna need it. And he begins to walk off.
Into the barracks.
Okay. You make your way to the barracks, and you're basically directed by a few of the individuals in robes carrying boards of stone. And they direct you down a couple of tunnels. And you come up to this large area that's been carved out of stone. It's this giant amphitheater-like area with a large multi-story building. All of the windows are slits, like you see in towers for shooting arrows out of. And you can see a few people in the courtyard training. A few of them have hammers, axes, some have crossbows. You see no bows, you see no other long, skinny bladed objects like swords or daggers, mainly just blunt and axes.
Do I reckon? Go ahead, my bad.
You see one individual who is in similar regalia to the captain that you just passed, basically directing what you can assume is a group of new recruits.
Do I see any of the other dwarves from the party?
No, you do not.
God, I wish I got all their names.
So you said the one directing, say, the recruits looks a little better dressed than the captains that we've seen?
It's another captain. So the captain you just passed and talked to, who was heading to the gate, is dressed similar to this individual who's basically training a bunch of recruits. And they seem like really young dwarves. I mean, like, children.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So is that like they're 100 years old age when they're young? Like, what? Goddamn dwarf age.
None of those dwarves have beards, even mustaches. Their faces are hairless.
Like the young recruit one?
Oh, Lord.
So this goes back to the question: how young is kid dwarfs?
They're like teenagers. They're like 16.
Like actual.
Like 16,
Yeah,
16.
Don't dwarves mature the same age or same rate as humans?
They do.
Mm-hmm. Like,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
Creepy as hell.
16-year-olds, I've seen 16-year-olds with mustaches.
Dwarves don't start getting their hair until they start reaching into their like 70s.
Their hair in general, so
Yeah.
they're bald
Yeah.
all over.
No, they have head hair, but their beard hair doesn't grow in. It's kind of magical how beards grow beard hair. It comes with age and experience. You have to experience and be old enough.
So, like, with each life lesson you learn, you grow a hair
Yep.
on your chin.
Yep.
Each glass of whiskey.
Dwarves that have patchy beards hide away from other dwarves until it fills in.
Yeah.
So what would you
So
guys
should we
like to
talk
do?
to the captain? Or do you think that we should poke around a bit more, party?
I'll poke.
I think we
I'll
should
poke
ask
you.
this captain if he knows the name of the High Master, or if he knows where the High Master is in the barracks. So,
I mean, I kind of ask him. I kind of want to ask him why he's training children too, but
I mean, you can do that. I'm gonna go walk up to him and say, "Hello, sir. I was wondering if you knew the name of the High Master around here. We asked one of the captains before, and he couldn't give us a solid answer."
You can't just see I'm busy. He looks over. Adventures? Nah. Yes, you're looking for High Master Laura. Head inside. Ask at the front desk. You'll be escorted up. You're expected.
hey, what's with the children?
Children? These aren't children. These are young men. And women. Training for the guard duty. Any
the
other
guard duty?
stupid questions?
What's your favorite
In
color?
fact, we have a few questions, sir.
Brown.
We've been employed by the Thane to find certain information.
Yes, I've been told. You have free reign of the barracks if you need to, but don't overextend your stay.
What does that mean?
Don't stay too long.
You're welcome to look around, but don't go poking your head where you don't need to. Can I help you with
Is he
anything
lying?
else? No. No, he seems fed up with you. He's having to turn his attention away from his recruits who are using actual bladed weapons to
What are they
focus on
doing?
you guys. They're practicing.
Good, I'm gonna make sure he knows
formation.
I'm fed up with him too. Thank you. You can get back to work.
Good. I was planning on it. Oi! Snap to! Your form is garbage.
What are they doing?
They're basically going through the motions of muscle memory training.
Are they like in lines with weapons?
They're
or are they
next to each
sparring?
other with their kind of like Spartan training.
Sparring.
Spartan training. They're like shield
Yeah,
to
Spartan
shield,
training.
walking forward in formation. They're just basically getting the muscle memory down.
So, let's go find Laura.
Yeah, High Master Laura.
Yeah, she
Hi,
probably
Master
won't take
Laura.
too kindly to just calling her Laura.
Yeah.
Like,
Up, Laura, how
Hey,
you been?
what's up,
Long time
Laura?
no see.
Hey, I will fucking do it. I will insult her like that. Let's go.
You enter the building, and you can see a very well-maintained first floor. There's a small lobby that you're in with many doors going out into the rest of the building, and sitting at a desk directly in front of you is a very petite dwarven woman. Basically looking down with a bunch of sheets of paper covering her workstation.
Does anyone know Dwarven greeting?
Does anybody know
No.
Dwarven?
Isn't that just take it a fucking mug of ale and chug it and drop it?
That would be a stereotype. We don't do that.
Just power chug ale in front of it. It's not burning.
I'm
I'm listening for it to hear more crackling, then I'll go flip it.
Nathan, when you talk
Loading.
to someone else, mute your fucking mic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the receptionist, because I know who that fucking is, and ask if she can direct us to High Master Laura.
She looks up. Adventurers. Yes, she's been expecting you. Cinderella, let her know that you're coming. If you head through the door to my right, head up the stairs all the way to the top floor, and you will be there. There's only one place you can go from there. Good luck.
Why, thank you, and I take my leave.
She's gonna stop you, and she looks at you very sternly, and she's like, "No, I mean good luck." And she goes back down, going back to her work.
Why?
This military is rude.
She's
Spin
cranky.
around and ask her, why do you wish me good luck? We're only looking to speak.
Hi, Mr. Laura is a bit, angry. Especially in the morning. You're gonna need your luck if you want to talk to her now.
Should we bring her
We should
coffee?
put out some dwarven coffee.
She don't
Damn
drink
it.
coffee. Don't even mention it.
Should we bring
And
her
by the way, if you stare, she's gonna get even angrier.
Stare?
So no stare.
Stare at what?
No.
You'll see. You just you don't want to be prepared for it. Trust me.
Oh,
Probably seen worse in the square. Let's go.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Thank you for the warning.
You're welcome. Good luck. You guys open the door and immediately begin heading up the stairs. 6 stories later, and a little bit of climbing,
Jesus Christ.
you make your way to the top floor.
I'm investigating freaking everything on the way.
Yep. There is literally nothing but a few lanterns placed every...
Not even doors. This is her own personal staircase.
Yes, it is. It goes all the way to the top. It doesn't even have a door. It just has an archway that leads into a hallway that leads 15 feet to a very large double stone door. It's the only stone door that you've seen in this entire building.
I wonder how much the people who made this hated having to, like, bring it up 6 stories.
I don't think you understand how Dwarvens make buildings.
I don't.
They start from the top and work their way down. They carve it out of stone.
Yeah, I guess.
So, what are you guys going to do?
Cry
Knock on
mostly.
the door.
As you begin making your way down the hallway, the lanterns on each side of the hallway begin to light as you walk past them.
Ooh, magic.
Magic.
That's different.
You find yourself standing in front of the double door. 2 large door knockers made out of stone hang from the door.
How far up?
About dwarven shoulder height, so you'd have to reach up just a little bit to reach it.
Okay, I'll knock
Okay.
with the knockers.
You pull it back. They're surprisingly light, but every time you knock, it sounds like a huge, resounding thud. And the doors slowly creak open inwards. I enter, adventurers.
Enter.
You enter into a lavish office. The only lavishness is there is a giant carapace that's basically been flattened on the floor of a large beetle-like creature with 4 arms.
How do you flatten a carapace?
It's I don't know, but
I'm just asking out loud.
she's not gonna answer you because I don't know. Probably some sort of magic. I will figure that out if you want to go into more detail.
I do.
Into the carapace.
It'd be like flattening a ceramic bowl.
Yeah. You'd
There's
basically
a lot of magic around here.
You'd basically soak it and then you'd like put a book on it.
Just a really big book.
Just a really big book. There's a few bookshelves.
How big is it, the carapace?
It's large. It belonged to quite a large creature. You can see 4 chairs have been placed in front of her desk. A large wooden structure that looks very complicated. She has a couple shelves sticking out of it, and a few other things. She's got her armor hanging on one side with her weapon leaning up against it, and her chair is basically turned away from you as she's working on something on the opposite side. She's like, "Take a seat, and I'll be with you in a second."
Take
Go
a seat.
and sit down. Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna do? The other 2 that are here?
I'm tempted to literally just pick up the chair and walk out. But
I'm gonna.
I'll sit down.
I'll be proper. Don't worry.
Right. Okay, so it's about 5 minutes of grunting and curses coming from
Any
the other
new
side of the
ones
chair.
that,
There's a few dwarven curses that you don't understand, but can assume that they're vulgar.
Okay.
Bedrock.
I'm gonna remember them for later.
Gotcha.
Please.
So, after 5 minutes, the chair swivels around with a loud kind of like grinding creak. As she
Is it
completely
a swivel chair or is it like a actual footed chair that she just kind of like screamed on the ground?
Fucking.
it's not an actual swivel chair. She is, with just the sheer might of her muscles, pulling her chair around in a circle while it grinds on the floor.
Is there like marks on the
Yeah. There's a nice equidistant circle of the 4 spokes of the chair as she turns them. And you can tell that it's even grinded into the floor about half an inch. So she's not moving that chair from where it's at, but she can rotate it, which is how she gets to everything in her room. She's finally turned around, and you can see a huge scar bisecting her face. However, unlike other dwarven women that you've seen who have very small beards, this woman has a very large beard. But where the scar bisects her face, from that point on to the left side of her face, because it bisects from the left to the top right, from that point on at about the start of her left chin, the beard's missing all the way up to the cheekbone. So there's just a huge swath of beard missing from her face. Yeah, it's diagonal across her face, over her nose, down past her mouth, down to the corner of her chin. Or her chin. And then there's just beard missing all the way to the jaw. To the edge.
It's like people who shave like half their head.
Yep. Yeah, it's just beard missing. And she goes, "What brings you to my office?" And she slams down a giant, like, tome covered in chains with a couple locks with, like, thieves' tools currently embedded in one of the locks. And the thieves' tools snapped off.
He might be able to help you with that.
Yeah, do you want some help with that?
She waves her hand. "I don't have time for this. What have you come here for?"
We've come to ask some questions, because, as you are probably aware, we've been tasked with investigating the nightmares that are happening around here.
As High Master of the Watch, I'm informed of everything that happens in this city, so yes, I am aware.
Are you aware of what's causing them?
You would not be here if I was.
Wait, was that a threat?
No, it's literally
I don't
like
want to fight this woman.
it's like hiring a plumber, and then they come here and the sink's nothing's wrong with the sink, and they're like, "Why am I here? We're the plumber. If there was nothing
What is
wrong,
that book she's working
we
on?
wouldn't be here."
You're gonna do an investigation check on the book?
Do I know what it is?
Yeah, there's a bunch of strange dwarven runes written on it, and you can assume that the chains are completely useless and serve no other purpose than aesthetic.
So it's just a lock.
Yep.
Nice.
Aesthetic.
A book with emo aesthetic.
Yep. So, I ask again, what brings you here? What questions do you have? Hurry up, ask. I don't have all day. I'm a very busy woman, if you can't tell.
Nope, I can't.
Okay, so we're tasked with finding out what the nightmares are doing. How many people have had nightmares within the barracks? I'll keep it short and simple.
116, 3 more last night.
Is there any specific area that they are in, or
No.
spread out?
All over the barracks.
Why not move the barracks?
It's not a problem with the barracks. Even people that aren't here in the barracks are getting it. Those of mine that live at home.
Is it only people who go by the gate for watch?
She stops and thinks. I haven't even thought of that. There's a quite possibility that that is where it is originating. There's been quite a few problems with the sounds coming from the other side of the gate. She pulls out another book. She basically reaches down to the other side of her desk. You hear stone scraping on stone as she pulls like a shelf out. And she pulls up a giant book and she opens it up and she starts to page through it methodically.
WD-40.
She does need WD-40 for everything she's got in this room. She likes the sound, though.
Of
She
course.
likes the sound.
Nice, relaxing scraping on stone.
Yeah, exactly. So she's going to be flipping through it, and she gets to a couple pages and she stops. She pulls out ink and pen, and she begins to write a few things down. Flips through a few more pages doing the same thing.
Have the new recruits had any nightmares?
No.
I'm assuming they've not gone to the gate.
They have not. If you will give me a minute, I will be able to give you a definitive answer. She flips through a couple more pages, grunts to herself, writes a few more things down. Goran, come in here, please! The door opens, and a dwarf woman walks in. Yes? I need the ledger from downstairs. The individuals who just went off to watch. Bring it here now. She nods, walks out. You had not seen this dwarf in the hallway, which is the only entrance into this room. You don't know where this dwarf came from.
I investigated the hell out of that hallway. What the hell?
A minute later, she's back up.
A minute. How long did it take us to get down?
Took you about 15 minutes to climb those stairs.
Magic.
Yes.
Okay,
Magic.
I need to know pretty quickly, but why did that take her 1 minute? And I'm literally asking this to the Dwarven commander.
She looks over. This is my earth elemental.
That would make sense.
Does that have...
after herself?
It looks kind of like a younger version of herself. Thank you, that would be everything.
Is the beard full?
Yeah, that's what I
no,
was gonna
there's
ask.
no beard on it at all.
Oh. Like, younger as in, like,
Young.
really
Like, the only reason
when
you could
she
tell it's a
first
younger
created it.
version is there's a few distinct notices. The unibrow is one of them, as well as the really square jawline.
That you can see through the beard, apparently.
Yeah, well, you could tell somebody has a square jawline with how their beard rests. You can
So
also tell by the
magical.
missing beard on one side.
Yeah, but you could only see the square on that one.
Yeah, you'd assume
What
that
if
the
she's
other...
completely not symmetrical?
Okay, then she's not symmetrical. I don't know what to tell you. She opens up the book, and she does the same thing, methodically paging through it until she gets to where she needs, grunts a couple of times, writes a couple things down, and she closes the book and sets it off to the side, and she basically rubs her face, and she goes, It would seem that your theory is correct. Everyone who has had watch at the gates are developing the nightmares on my watch. There's a few individuals that have not developed the nightmares yet that have watches elsewhere due to certain reasons, and I'm going to test the theory by sending one of them to the gate right now.
Ooh.
We'll see if he develops the nightmares.
Yes. Experimentation on live sentient creatures.
It's their job. And they'll do it willingly. There's your question answered. I assume that the gates might be the issue. What's next?
We go past the gate?
She begins to laugh. A kind of, like, deep baritone, like, gravelly laugh. And she stops abruptly and she's like, no.
Why?
The Thane has said no one passes through that gate. And unless you have the Thane's permission, you're not making it through. Even if it's coming from the other side of the gate, we have to make countermeasures to ensure that nothing makes through that gate. There's been attacks, the few individuals we've sent out the gate, and some have not returned alive.
Well, does it really matter if we don't return alive?
We're adventurers.
Yes, be it adventurers as you are, the gates are closed not only for your safety, but the safety of the people here.
Okay.
Any other questions?
What's your favorite color?
Brown.
Your commander said that too. Well, the chief guy. What is it?
Captain?
Captain.
She looks at you glaring, and she's just like, I don't like you. Any other dumb questions? Any other
Probably.
real questions?
Probably not.
No, I think we're all good. If we do come back with the Thane's permission to leave through the gate, will we have to come here to let you know, or shall we just go to the gate ourselves?
Just to the gate. He'll inform me himself. Now,
Are you gonna inform him of our proceedings, or should we?
you have a meeting with him, yes? Then you will do it yourself. Now, I have a question of my own. You've been doing investigations, been asking some of my watchmen, as well as some of the other people inside the city, and I saw that you went over to the Dwarven gambling hall and spoke with the acting High Thane's brother. Any information that you'd like to give over? That way we could expedite our own investigation.
Potentially, but
Wait, who?
We'll stay on open conversation. Let's leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would like to know some of this information. If you don't wish to tell me, that is your own, but do note that I'll be watching you.
I mean, you're.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But eventually, when we get into the gate, hopefully you won't be.
I don't like any of you, but you're doing your job. I'm sure you have your own reasons for keeping your mouth shut. Well, the only other bit of advice that I have is I want you to stop by the apothecary.
For what reason?
He's been talking nonsense, saying we're in Colruyt. And I was hoping you could investigate it and figure out if he's been driven mad by the nightmares.
Is it the
Interesting.
mushroom guy?
We will do that right away.
If you're talking about the one with the beard, mushrooms growing out his beard, no, that's just the crazy kook of the city.
Ah, yes. Are the mushrooms edible?
I would not, no.
But would I?
What?
Has he always been like that? The one with the mushrooms growing out of his beard?
No. He got like that in the last 3 decades.
Yes. Like
Okay.
He wanders around rambling mad after he went into the Underdark to gather his mushrooms. Hasn't been quite the same since. We believe it's the spores that's addled his mind. But he's free to roam as long as he doesn't cause too much trouble.
Does he grow mushrooms here?
Yes. You'll see, if you look in the windowsills of the residential area, anyone who grows mushrooms outside of it, well, those mushrooms are his to tend.
Interesting. Okay, I think we have no more questions.
Good. Well, get out of my office.
Good luck turning your chair.
She just begins to grind it as she turns her back to you guys.
Maybe some wheels for her birthday.
And you begin to hear her curse and grunt again as the book is no longer sitting in front of you.
So she took the book with her.
Yep.
Well, basically, I guess she has another table behind her.
Actually, no, there is no table behind her.
Just leaning over it on her lap.
Yep.
Jesus. But yeah,
Let's
go.
remember that book.
Yeah, well, let's make note of the book and let's immediately go to the apothecary. Because, well, if he's the only one talking sense here, as Sindariel said, this is not Colruyt, or whichever one it was, he might be the only one not affected by what's happening in the town.
He says this is Colruyt. The crazy man.
So, the main thing that I wanted to ask the group as we're walking is, should we tell everybody that they're in the wrong location?
Nope, because then we'll be crazy.
Yeah, then we'll be deemed crazy.
And nobody will listen to us because we have mushrooms growing out of our hair.
Do you think that we should investigate the Thane's brother a bit further?
What happened with him? I forgot.
You weren't there.
Yeah, he just basically... I wasn't even there, actually.
Yeah, only her.
I left.
There are species of jellyfish that are immortal.
I'm just asking the party, should we investigate the Thane's brother? What do y'all think?
Was he suspicious? Like...
He's a gambler as far as I know, and he's friendly.
Yeah,
I would say no, then.
yeah, he should be fine.
He doesn't seem like the type of person to throw under, like, go under everybody just to get into power. He doesn't seem like he wants power.
Yeah, he probably just wanted to gamble for the rest of his life.
I am personally curious about this, so I will go figure something out about it.
Don't forget, we are meeting the Thane, and how much time has passed?
You've spent maybe about an hour and a half making your way here, and then and speaking with High Master Laura.
Yeah, so like another hour or so, we should meet in the front, because our meeting got pushed.
Yeah.
The Thane doesn't even know about me, so...
Yeah, you've never met
I
the
mean-
thing.
Yeah, you haven't met Thane. He knows about you. He just hasn't seen you.
I'm assuming he's not expecting to see me today, so...
I would think differently. I'm thinking he's expecting to see everybody.
Yeah, it seems like a full party meeting.
Yeah.
Full party meeting. Let's go.
Family meeting.
So, what are you guys going to do?
I'm going to go to the apothecary before we go meet the Thane, though.
Me too.
I have a few questions for him.
I might head back to the inn.
Did we leave our children at the inn?
Yes.
I mean, yes, but they are also... They'll probably just stay in the room.
Yeah, I figured.
Or they're running
Like-
around the town doing whatever young human children do.
They're
Yeah,
not
Dwarven.
technically our children.
Young human children running around the town going, "Hee, one's a seer and the other one's crazy."
Yeah, I don't expect them to get into trouble.
Or at least not
Especially
too
with-
much.
I mean...
As long as Rez is there.
No, as long as fucking, what's her... Elizabeth is there.
Elizabeth is the crazy one, Rez is the seer.
Yes, Rez is a seer.
Yeah.
As long as Elizabeth is around, no one's gonna fuck with anyone.
Yeah, but as long as Rez is there, Elizabeth won't get in trouble.
So,
That is true. They literally look after each other.
oh, it's kind of like they were orphans at one point.
What?
It's crazy,
What? I don't believe you.
right?
I mean, better. They're less crazy than us, or more crazy than us. I can't decide yet.
They have two women figures in their life. I realize this. We're all men, and the crazy guy back at their town is a guy. No women.
I mean, there was probably people in the town that also helped look after them.
Maybe.
Was the stable keep a guy or a girl?
There's a guy.
Stablekeep
Yeah.
was a guy.
Yeah.
Yep. So what are you guys going to do? You guys
I
are
think
heading
I'm
to
gonna
the
head
apothecary. Who's all going to the apothecary?
We're all going to the apothecary, I'm assuming.
Yeah, never mind. I guess I'm going to the apothecary.
Everyone's going to the apothecary. Gotcha. So
My bad.
you guys make your way back to the trade district.
Is it downtown?
It is downtown.
Make our way
Downtown trade
downtown.
district.
Walking fast?
Downtown.
Yes.
Faces past?
And we're homebound.
No, we're not homebound.
We're apothecary bound.
You're pop.
So you make your way into the trade district, but you guys have no idea what the apothecary is called.
I find someone walking on the road and ask them where the apothecary is.
You're looking for the arboreum. You're looking for Pebblestone's arboreum.
Where?
That direction. Points you in a direction. You'll see it. It's the only place with plants growing out of it.
I like plants.
Good. I'd assume land dwellers like plants.
You're land dwellers, just under land.
Sorry, surface dwellers.
Smooth skin.
I don't like to judge. And the dwarf walks off.
Glares at us surface dwellers. I'm not judging. Leaves.
Yeah.
Fucking
So, now that we
surface
know what we're
dwellers.
looking for, go find the apothecary.
Gotcha.
The arboreum.
It doesn't take you long. You find a large multi-storied building that's situated away from other buildings with a large greenery around it. A lot of the walls and ceiling are made out of glass, but there are a few walls that are core to the structure made out of stone.
How do plants grow underground?
It's usually magic.
Yeah.
Mushrooms don't need sunlight to grow,
No.
which is mainly what they grow down here. But there are trees and a few other things down here as well.
We
A
will get
lot of
high
it-
on shrooms.
A lot of it is phosphorescent. They glow in the dark, which is actually how this building is lit. Everything is naturally phosphorescent. And all of the windows are kind of tinted, kind of like a purplish black. The door is closed, and there is a sign saying, back whenever.
I'll be there when I get there.
Is the door unlocked?
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna go in.
Okay. You open the door and walk in. Immediately, the dwarf tending to the plants right inside the door looks over and goes, "Can't you see I'll be back?"
I see you're back.
No. What do you want? You're obviously not from here. And at this point, you guys have all come to the realization that all of these dwarves are speaking common.
I would hope so.
I mean, we're obviously not dwarves.
Yeah.
So, do they speak Dwarvish when we're not around them?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, this is normal.
I mean, yeah. If we're not directly... Wait, are they speaking it when we're around them, or when we're in conversation with them?
They speak common when you're around.
Okay, weird. That is something to know, because why would they speak common when... I understand when we're around, but when we're not directly speaking to them, why would they not speak Dwarvish?
Polite? I don't know.
Maybe.
How can I help you, adventurer? As he sighs and he goes back to tending to his mushrooms.
We were looking to ask some questions about the nightmares, if you knew anything about them.
Come to be poking fun at me, like the rest of them?
No, we're sent by the Thane.
This thing sent you? I guess it's time for me to be going in to the jails, yeah? Crazy talk, scaring the people.
We believe you.
Hey, you'd be the first and the only.
Do I know how to tend mushrooms? Can I help him tend his mushrooms?
You do not know how to tend to mushrooms. Roll a nature check. I'll let you see if you can try to tend to mushrooms.
Wait a second, I need to open mine.
Yeah. And I'll give you actually, do you have the ranger perk that allows you to do the gathering?
The natural explorer. I don't know. No, I don't know yet. Here, let me. I think it might be next level. I gotta open my player's guide.
It's fine.
I'm pretty sure it's next level.
If it's next level, you'll have advantage next level.
So no advantage.
No. You'll just have a nature check.
Let's go through this. Third level. We're second, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Can I also shut the door behind us?
Sure.
Because I don't want other people hearing the crazy talk that we're speaking to them.
Okay. Yeah, you close the door and he looks at you a bit concerned, but he's just gonna ignore it.
Crack my knuckles.
Be like, yes, we did come to talk to you about the crazy talk.
A real shame if something happened in here.
So you say you believe me, hey?
But I rolled.
Yes.
Yeah, you begin to tend the mushrooms. He looks at you about to say something, realizing that you know what you're doing somewhat. He's going to kind of shrug and go back to what he was doing. Well, what did you come here for then?
We were wondering if you've been eating anything to save off these nightmares. Or
No.
this illusion.
No, not at all. Nothing that I know of. Something's been happening to the people down at the gates, not letting people through.
Have you been near the gate?
I have.
What about the barracks?
I've been... barracks. Yeah, I've dropped off a couple remedies to the barracks as well.
What do you think of Laura?
What?
Pardon?
The captain, I believe is her name, the High Master.
Hi, Master Laura.
So what about her?
What do you know of her?
High Master Laura. She's an angry person who doesn't tolerate nonsense. That's pretty much all I know.
She didn't like me.
She doesn't like anybody.
I won't take it personally.
So, you... She had told us that you were saying that we were in Colruyt, and you don't believe that.
Yes, we are in Colruyt, and everyone thinks we're in the Crystal Heart.
And what gives you that impression?
Okay, here, follow me. He's gonna open the door and walk out. And he's gonna point out a couple business signs. You see that? Colruyt's Munitions, Colruyt's Ore and Other Things, Colruyt's General. We're in Colruyt.
You just come to this conclusion?
Ah, wow. It's so hard. It's almost like I've got two eyes and can see and read.
Okay, but I'm gonna point out every one of the dwarves that are walking past. They all have two eyes and can see and read.
Yes, but they're afflicted by something.
Why
Yeah.
aren't you?
Do you have any theories?
I have plenty of theories. I
Well,
believe there's
that's
something in
why-
the water. I believe there's something outside the gates. I
Do not
believe
drink
there's
the
dark
water.
magic happening. I believe a lot of things.
Do not drink the
And have you done any investigating as the apothecary of the city to do anything?
I basically told them that they were crazy and that we're in Colruyt, not in the Crystal Heart, and they said, "Oh, you're a kook."
Like the mushroom guy.
Yes.
Is the mushroom
Interesting.
guy an actual kook?
Yeah, he's an actual kook. He's the spores have addled his brain, we believe.
Could there be spores here?
Oh, there's plenty of spores in here, but nothing that causes any mental or magical afflictions to the mind or body.
I'm pretty sure Cinderella would like to know that he is probably the only sane one in the city.
Well, if Zindrail's here, I'm sure he's figuring it out.
He is, but you are going to be a very interesting individual, I'm assuming.
Did he answer the question about if he drank the water?
Yes, he does drink the water.
Okay. I'm stop Captain Ish from what he's doing and ask if he can figure out a way if there's something magical in here. If he knows a way.
Do you have any magical barriers protecting this area?
There's a few. There's a few that grant longevity to flora and fauna. There's a couple other ones that produce natural sunlight, that produce actual airflow currents around the area. There's some that enhance the soil in the ground. There's some that turn
Is there
stone to soil.
anything not for plants?
He's gonna kind of like roll his eyes. He's gonna look down and be like, of course the adventurers have no understanding of what I do. I am a keeper of flora. All I do is keep the shrooms, the trees, and the other vegetables growing. So no, there are no enchantments that do nothing but care for my plants.
Are you a plant?
I might be, at this point. I might as well be a vegetable.
Pulls out wheelchair.
Can I also I said I'm going to check something. I'm going to quickly walk out the door and see if because I know he pointed out the sign says Colruyt. I want to see if it changes as I walk out the door.
You walk out and of course you don't read Dwarven, so in kind of like a crude translation of in common, since you don't read Dwarvish, it does say Colruyt on the signs.
Okay.
Okay,
Stay
so
out for like 5 minutes to see if I start to see anything change.
You spend a good deal of time out there while the rest of the party continue to pester the arborist with boring questions about flora.
Well,
The
he's
sign
an
doesn't change at all.
Arborist.
Arborist.
Arbalist?
It's Fuck here.
Herbalist.
It's proud
No,
arborist.
Nathan knew what you said. He's just being an asshole. Like he always is.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything else to talk to him about. We should probably go start heading towards the thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Arborist. Arborist.
It's like usually just trees, though, not all herb.
Yeah, it's usually just trees, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they don't have many trees.
There's a few trees in here. Pine and a couple of other leaved
Yeah,
trees.
but I bet the majority is just mushrooms.
Yeah, the majority is mushrooms.
And like vegetables for.
He said he had an enchantment that granted sunlight, right? Or like produced sunlight or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
But I don't think dwarfs would get like the sunlight crazy, you know, where they don't get enough sunlight. Vitamin D
No,
deficiency.
but I'm wondering if that's one of the like what can cause or push away all these nightmares is the sunlight enchantment.
Maybe we
He may
kidnap
not be-
Maybe we kidnap somebody that is having nightmares and throw them in here and lock them up underneath the sunlight and see if it fixes them.
Okay, I'm going to... Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna ask him if we find someone that we know is having nightmares, would you mind taking care of him for a night? We will pay you.
He's gonna look at you concerned and be like, well, if you're paying me, I guess I can do that. That's a weird request.
I just want to test some theories as why you're not affected and why they are.
Well, it could be that not everybody in the city is afflicted, but then again, it doesn't explain why I'm the only one in the entire town city that understands that this is still alright!
So you don't have the
As he
nightmares
shouts at a
either.
dwarf that's passing by his shop. No nightmares.
Fuck it. I grab the nearest dwarf. I go outside, grab the nearest dwarf. Says, pay you a couple silver if you come with me for 3 minutes.
A couple silver for a couple of minutes. Sure,
Yes.
I'll follow you.
Walk into the herbalists with him and point out a sign that we could see out of a window and tell him to read the sign.
He's like, it says a general store.
Is that it?
Yes.
Is that one of the ones that said Colruyt though?
Yes, it does.
Huh. So they just can't see Colruyt.
Yeah, interesting.
What about this word? I point to the Colruyt.
He's like, Crystal Heart.
Huh.
Okay, so it's not the shop itself or his enchantments.
Might be prolonged the enchantment, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to test things out here, but we should probably go meet with the Thane, and then if we discover anything, do you mind if we come back and shoot some ideas at you and try to bounce off to see if we find anything?
Well, if you plan on paying me, fine. If you don't, please stay away.
Wait, who's saying this?
The arbalist.
Herbalist, yeah. I'll give the guy I dragged in here 2 silver.
He takes it, kind of looks quizzitively at you, but nods and walks out and makes on his merry way.
You don't give me silver to do what you want.
We gave you silver to keep quiet, to not drink coffee.
Yeah, to not drink coffee, I flicked a silver. Did
So
you
should
not
I just
remember?
do more bad stuff so that I get
No.
paid more to not do bad stuff?
Ish
I
isn't that
will.
smart. Shh.
Yeah, Ish isn't that smart. I will also put you to sleep. You remember how that felt.
Restful.
Yeah.
Sleep.
You want to go to sleep? You want to have a nap?
I'm gonna lay down.
God damn it! Don't make me fucking sleep on you right now.
You left your orange juice out.
Just put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt it.
I don't like how much money I owe you.
Take off 88. Remember?
So what are you guys going to do?
Oh right, yeah. Never mind.
We should probably have Cinderella report what we found and head to the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. You begin to head out. Where are you going to go?
Towards the thing on the side of the
To get Cinderella and then go to.
He said meet him in front of the area.
Yes.
For the high thing.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to head to the High King's Palace, over to the acting High Thane. So you make your way back across town, back to where you were this morning, and you can see Sindrel waiting outside the front area, talking to a few of the robed dwarves. They're writing a few things down. They nod, and as they see you approaching, they say their goodbyes with Sindrel, and they walk off. Adventurers, you're back. I assume that your morning has been quite fruitful in your investigation.
Quite fruit.
Quite fruit.
Yes, we've discovered a few things.
Good. You'll have to brief me as we make our way to the Thane's chambers. Do you know what you plan on asking the Thane?
We're looking to get beyond the walls, if possible, to see what's out there, and
Put a stop to it.
ask him how long he's been in Crystal Heart, Colrate.
I would not bring up the fact that he's in Colrate. It will undoubtedly end in a very negative manner.
We found someone who knows.
There's no one else around us, right? It's just us and Cinderella.
There's a few dwarves within earshot, but they're not really paying attention, nor are they going to eavesdrop on a fucking wizard of such esteem like Sindrel.
Okay, well, I guess I hope no one hears it. Do you know anything about the investigation into the Thane's brother?
He's gonna look quizzitive. What investigation of the king's brother?
Apparently there's a situation where the barracks officer, Laura, is investigating him.
What for?
Don't know specifically. I didn't want to dig into it. I wanted to find out more information before I started talking to her about it.
Interesting. No. And I assume that it is going to be all the widespread information soon. Nothing about that one ever stays quiet.
Well, just curious if you know something about it. Thank you.
Sadly, no. So, what did you find?
We found the arbalist, or the, I can't even remember the word now.
Arborist.
Arborist believes that this town is Colrate and has been deemed a mad person, but hasn't been taken in yet. I believe some of his enchantments are causing him to stay sane, but I haven't put that theory to the test. We did drag one dwarf in, and he got him to read a sign, but nothing seemed to affect him. He still thought this was the Crystal Heart.
It is not a matter of sanity that is making these individuals believe that they are not in Colrate, but instead the Crystal Heart. But something entirely different I don't quite understand. But if you're saying is true, then if there is an individual that knows that he is in Colrate, I would like to meet this individual. You said the arborist, right?
Yes.
Pebblestone's Arboreum? Good. I'll have to stop by after we are done here.
Oh great, we just put a hit on some guy.
Fucking murder!
Yes, we put a hit on some guy, to the guy that's trying to figure out why everyone thinks this is the wrong town.
Maybe he's the reason why, though.
Fools!
We're working for the bad guy all along.
Fools! I wouldn't flip past him.
Yeah.
Fools! Okay, he's going to go, well, that information is helpful. Do you have any plans to convince the High Thane to let you through the gate?
Yes.
What is that?
Yes.
Any of you? Looking at the other party members.
Shrug suggestingly.
We believe that we can stop some of the attacks, and we were hoping to leverage that if we went out there. But that's my only shot, unless these two, I point to Andariel and Capnish, thought of something else along the way.
Well, the main thing we know is that the individuals that stand at the gate are experiencing the nightmares. The most likely idea is that it has to be something beyond the gate that is causing it. That's what I think.
Yep. And you can't stop it unless we go past.
And at this point, I think the Thane would see logic in sending someone to investigate.
Especially adventurers who aren't actually under his rule.
Sindrell's going to look thoughtfully, and he's going to be like, there is no real reason to anything the dwarves are doing here, but hopefully you can convince him. Let us be on our way. We are running short on time. And he's going to begin making his way through the tunnels leading to the throne room. It takes you guys another 25 to 30 minutes to get there. As you approach the door, there is a line of individual dwarves, some in armor, some in regular clothing, and a few with a bunch of books and papers, and a few with a couple of entourage. And they look at you, and they kind of glare, and they're like, why do they get to go before us?
We made an appointment.
Yeah, but you're an outsider,
We're
and
him.
you've been moved up. We've been waiting here for a couple of hours already.
We made our appointment a day ago.
Yeah.
We will be
what they
dead
all
before you.
And
We're gonna go.
We'll be dead. We have less time than you.
We're in a rush! So,
Don't give me anything about 1 hour, old man.
That's like a second to you.
the dwarves are gonna kind of look sour, but the guards are gonna be like, are you ready to meet the High Thane? Ignore them. They're just cranky.
Understandably so. We get to go first to smile at the dwarves.
I'm gonna point at everyone that's glaring and call them cranky individually.
Smack both of
And
them.
you're cranky, and you're cranky, and you're cranky.
Some of them are just gonna like fucking mutter to themselves. These fucking adventurers thinking they're all high and mighty.
I strut on my
Paddish.
ass.
Paddish, time to use some of those words you learned.
Fools! Begin cursing at them abstractly.
Just saying like any of the words that I heard the lady say.
So, you guys at this point are being pushed through the door by the guards as they close it.
I'm not. I'm walking. I walked far away.
Yeah, like
far in
speed
front.
walking through.
Okay, so a couple of the guards who are waiting right at the other side of the door are going to be like, okay, state your names to us so that we know who we're introducing.
Ish. Captain Ish.
Captain Ish.
Garnet
Garnet.
or Gameth.
Which
What
one?
are your names?
You need to start introducing yourself as Gameth.
Yeah,
Which one do you want?
Gameth.
Gameth. Ew.
Who was the you at, me or him?
Any of you.
And Ariel.
Andariel. And the last one.
Zap.
Walk forward, and they're going to basically escort you through the hall.
I'm gonna walk first.
Presenting High Thane, Steel Cole, the adventurers brought before you, Captain Ish, Gameth, Ondariel, and Zap, and the esteemed wizard Sindrell come before you. They seek an audience. The audience is accepted. You may step back. They oblige, they step away. What brings you before me, adventurers?
We are still looking into the nightmare situation that your town is facing.
But we have a
your
lead.
city.
Good.
But we
And-
have a lead, which is great, but there's also an unfortunate cause to it. I think we need to go outside of the city to Colruyt to hopefully deal with this problem.
And what reasons do you believe this?
Everybody who's been stationed for watch by the gates has gotten nightmares.
Sure.
And nobody who hasn't have gotten it.
I see. Anything else?
Is there anything else?
I think we're good.
Simply, we just need to get past and check the gates.
Yeah, check what's beyond the gate.
The gate obviously has something to do with the nightmares.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Not me. That'd probably be our bard.
Not me.
Persuasion? I got a 4. Nathan?
All of us?
No,
No.
it's one of us
What's-
has to roll. What do you got?
Yeah.
Roll with the 4.
Oh yeah, I can probably do it then.
What do you have?
I have a 4 in persuasion.
Okay. I don't navigate roll 20. Okay. Persuasion. I have a 5.
Roll it.
All right, I'll go for it.
Oh wow, that was
Oh.
terrible. Wait, can Bailey help?
No.
Damn.
So, what you're saying is that the cause is on the other side of the gates.
Yes. That's what we're suspecting, and as disposable adventurers, and I literally look at the party.
I mean, look at us. We're gonna last like what, 2 days at max. That one might even last an hour. Points.
I think it would be beneficial to send people that are not dwarves to investigate.
An hour if I'm lucky.
I think I've made up my mind. Sindrel, would you be able to make up an enchantment to stop whatever it is coming through that door? We're gonna permanently seal off the door. Sindrel
Can't do
looks
that.
at him. He's like, I think I could make up something, Hythane. But I do not think that is wise. He's going to be like, well, this problem continues to grow, and it is the only solution I can think of. You have until tomorrow to bring more evidence to see if we can solve this issue. If not, the council will be discussing sealing off the city's road to Colruyt.
Why don't you send us in first? I mean, you really don't got anything to lose.
Except adventurers that could potentially stop another outbreak if this doesn't fix the issue.
How could we stop it if we're not stopping it this time?
Well, you've come to me with proof, I assume, of the, cause of this being on the other side of that door. Be it magical or whatever. If we have powerful enough enchantments from Sindrel, we should be able to stop it, and if it is not the cause, your investigation continues to find where it is actually coming from. But this is the only lead we have, so...
Could I look around the room to see if there's anything, say, out of the ordinary that wasn't there the last time?
Nope. You, go ahead and do an investigation. Why not?
I mean,
There's a 19. Yeah, there's nothing out of the ordinary. There is a lack of individuals like there was last time. However, everything is in place. All the pillars are the same. There's no change in the atmosphere. There's no light. But the High Thane does look haggard, unlike the last time.
Have you been having nightmares?
Yes. The nightmares never seem to cease, and it has finally afflicted me.
Have you visited the Arboreum lately?
Ah. I see that you have got word that the crazy man thinks he's in Colruyt. He's got it worse than the rest of us. I can only assume what kind of twisted amalgamations haunt his dreams.
Cinderella, the enchantments that you gave us, can you give one to the Thane?
No, it is already too late. If he has been afflicted, the enchantments will do nothing for him.
Why didn't you give him one when we first got here?
He had already been afflicted. It is just showing now. High Thane goes, yes, do not worry, I've already discussed everything with Sindrel in regards to my own health. Now it is up to you adventurers. Tomorrow, after we seal the door, and hopefully this starts to fade, you will be paid handsomely for your work.
Yes, handsomely. Just like...
If that is all, adventurers, and you have nothing else for me, you are dismissed.
Mr. Bones.
Thank you for your presence, I think. And start to walk out.
Should we make an appointment if we find anything else, or...?
No, if you find anything else out, feel free to let my steward know, the same one you talked to last time. He'll bring you directly here to me.
Okay.
Good luck, adventurers, and thank you for your assistance. And he's gonna basically lean back in his chair and he's gonna let out a sigh. Ah, this day seems to never end. Sir, it's only halfway through the day. He goes,
Who's saying that?
the guards.
The High Thane is saying, this day never seems to end.
Yeah, I was wondering who answered.
Yeah, the guards were like, it's only half day, sir. And he just lets out a groan.
Mondays, right?
That Mondays, right?
Mondays.
So,
Did they
the
have
guards,
Mondays in D&D?
They do have Mondays in D&D.
Except it's not called Monday, I don't think.
Yep.
They have
So,
names for it.
That's called Macroday.
No, Nathan.
So,
Not
do you actually have an
bring your
enchantment
goddamn
that can...
French in here.
Do you actually think there's an enchantment that can help that situation, Cinderella?
yes, I assumed that the enchantment I placed on the inn last night kept our minds free
No,
from the...
I think it means this is permanently sealed.
No. If you are correct and it is coming from the other side of the gate, we will have to make our way through it in order to find out what is happening. How you plan on doing that, I do not know.
Where does the bitter wash flow from?
There's a reservoir, and then it goes off into the Underdark on the other side.
Is there Underdark pathways into the crystal heart?
To Colruyt.
To the fake Colruyt?
Yeah, to the fake Colruyt.
If we wish to get to outside of that gate, it'll take us a long trek, a couple of days at most, or at least, to go through the Underdark and take us a few tunnels to backtrack.
We might have to, though.
Well,
How many guards are usually stationed at the gate?
about 4 per gate itself. So you're looking at about 12, 13 guards, including the captain who's there.
Okay, so Cinderella, the captain that escorted us last time is the individual that shows up for morning watch. There's
Today,
a chance
yes.
that we might be able to convince him, and hopefully with your help we could get through.
Sadly, he's loyal to the letter, and he's not going to let us through.
I mean, sadly, but also not sadly.
True. Loyal is something you can't pass up. He will not let us through. And he will likely put us all in chains if we attempt to push it too far.
It's looking
What
like-
about the Thane's brother? How much do you know about him again?
Plenty.
Does
Played
he
games with him when he was a youngster.
Does he have some sway over his brother?
Not even slightly.
So we wouldn't be able to ask him to convince.
No.
Does anybody have sway over him?
Over the acting High Thane, only his father.
And he's dead.
Missing.
Missing.
We're not in
Why
Crystal
did we
Heart.
Yeah, everybody's been saying he's dead.
Yeah, because they've been affected by something.
Ah, yes. Why didn't you tell us he wasn't dead?
You did.
I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't remember this.
I don't either.
The last time he's acting High Thane only because they've basically secluded themselves here and they don't know what has happened to his father. It's possible that he is dead, but more than likely he's just not here because he was in the Crystal Sea, where the High Thane actually resides.
We're probably gonna have to go through the Underdark.
I'm not liking that idea.
I mean, might be able to convince him to give us some guards.
No.
I doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no.
Yeah.
Well,
headache.
Besides, we have Elizabeth.
I'm sure there are a few more resources that you could look into. Find a way around the gate, I do not know. I leave that to you, adventurers. Do what you do best.
Oh, were we gonna ask the people who've been doing mining if there's any mining tunnels connecting? Or would that be considered the Underdark way?
That is the Underdark way. The tunnels don't really lead into the Underdark unless you've happened to dig in the right way that leads you to a tunnel in the Underdark. But dwarves are very, very keen on finding a place that they can continue to dig downwards until they hit nothing. Or lava, either one.
So, Minecraft.
Yes.
So don't think straight down.
No.
Got it.
Don't mention that shit game in front of me. I don't want it in my Smash Bros.
I'm sorry, but
So let's head to the mining quarter.
It's a good game. It doesn't belong in Smash Bros, but it's a good game.
okay, you begin heading southwards towards the mining district. Sindrel's going to take his leave and he's going to rest for the afternoon before he's up during the evening and night doing more investigations of the city. And he's going to say he's going to stop by the Arboreum first, and he wishes you guys good luck. And he begins to take off.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
think that we
fine.
might be able to
I'll
find.
check the Arboreum later on in the evening after I think he's gone to see what's happened. See,
So, you guys make your way
Go
down to
to
the
the
mining
gate.
district.
Wait, what for?
Okay, so I was going to go to the mining district. Sorry.
you're so quiet now.
Okay, so, to the mining district. Is that where you guys are going?
I want to go to the gate. I want to try and convince someone to stay at the Arboreum overnight to see what has happened.
Okay. Okay, you're going to begin heading towards the gate, letting your party know. Who's all going to the mining?
Zap.
I will.
Okay, Zap,
I'll go with Bailey.
and Andariel is going with Bailey. So,
The two smalls.
you guys head to the gate. We'll do that one first.
Team Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, Tom Biggie Smalls. So, you guys make your way to the gate. It doesn't take you very long to get across the city. And as you come out to the gate, you can see individuals are being stopped at all the gates now. There is no traffic going out any of the gates.
Any of the gates.
Yep.
Why? Is he just sealing all of them then? Is he planning on just
Yeah.
sealing everybody inside?
Yes.
Rude. We're adventurers. We can no longer be classified as adventurers if we can't adventure.
So,
We're just churs.
you can see a large crowd of people basically upset that they are no longer able to continue their trade routes to the other dwarven cities in the Underdark or back to the surface to continue trading with the human and elven settlements. And the crowd is starting to get angry.
Let's start a riot. Slip through the gates.
Riot.
The captain is basically telling everyone to calm down. The gates are being closed temporarily at the moment to discover the cause of the nightmares, and he wants everyone's cooperation. And people are upset, but they begin to wander off.
Can I look? Can I see if there's one of the merchants that are very tired or haggard, as if he's had nightmares?
There are a few.
Okay. I'm going to go up to one and say, "Excuse me, sir.
It's
Yes,
man.
how can I help you?
As you probably have noticed out of all of our questioning, we've been looking into this nightmare situation. And I was wondering if we paid you a little bit of coin, if you can test a theory for us."
How much coin are we talking, and what theory?
We were... I look at Ondariel and see if he can suggest an amount of coin. How much would you want to be paid for this, Nathan? To stay at a place?
I'd take a copy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ish would take a copper. I don't know, like 50 silver.
50 silver to save.
That's like 5 gold.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I keep thinking it's the other way around. Yeah, 5 silver then. Half a gold.
5 silver. Half a gold? Yeah. It would be about 5 silver to stay at the Arboreum. Or
Pebbles Arboreum or something.
Pebbles Arboreum, yeah, whatever. I forgot to write it down.
There's no way you'll get me staying in that cook's place.
What if the
Good
cook's not
day.
there?
And he storms off.
What if the cook's not there?
This is gonna be harder. Can I try and stop him and say, how about if I paid you a gold then?
There's no amount you could pay me to stay in that crazy man's house.
Do I have suggestion yet?
Please.
Let's just cast sleep on him and throw him in.
Oh, no, I didn't level yet. Damn it.
Yeah, we haven't leveled.
Yeah.
Because we
this
don't get
is-
experience for, roleplay.
Can I use an inspiration to suggest him to go in there?
Yeah, go ahead and cast suggestion on him.
No, I don't have it yet.
Oh, okay, well then no.
Can he use an inspiration to use it one time before he's leveled up?
No.
Can I use my inspiration along with his?
Can I roll a persuasion?
You know what? Fuck it. I want to see where this goes. I will let you use your inspiration to tap in the power you've been training to use for a little while now. To cast the suggestion spell for the first time. Mind you, this will grant you 1 level of exhaustion if you wish to do this.
Can I do a persuasion? Or do you...
Nathan, he's letting you use suggestion.
One level of
fine.
exhaustion is nothing. It's just skill checks.
Alright, fine. Yeah, I'll use my inspiration to use suggestion that I don't have yet.
Okay.
I suggest you go sleep in there.
The Arboreum isn't that bad.
I am kind of tired.
You want to sleep in the Arboreum.
The kook is not that bad.
The kook is not that bad.
These are not the joints you're looking for. Someone had to do it.
God damn it. I was waiting for it though.
So, did it work?
I'm waiting for you to cast the spell.
Oh, I don't have it yet. Like, I don't have it on my spells yet.
Oh, well
here.
then look up the spell and tell me what it does.
Oh, okay.
I thought you'd already transferred the spells you're going to be learning
Is it
to your
suggestion?
I
character
thought I
sheet.
did too,
Yeah.
but I guess...
Here.
You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two, a magically influenced creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Blah, blah, blah. Can't hurt itself. Target must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you describe to the best of its ability. And can continue for the entire duration, which is 8 hours. A full night's rest.
So I gotta make a wisdom? Oh, no, wait. Wisdom save, right?
Yeah, he has to make a wisdom save.
He didn't have advantage on that.
So it'd be 9.
Yeah.
So he'd fail.
Yeah, he's going to fail. So what do you say?
What's the name of the place? The Apothecary, right?
Yeah, Pebblestone's
Arboreum.
Arboreum.
I suggest you go to sleep in Pebblestone's Arboreum.
You know what? I think you're right. I'll take that 1 gold then.
Fuck! I don't care. This is testing the theory. I'll give him the goddamn gold.
I'm just gonna look in amazement. Wow, that worked.
You're really tired now, though.
Whew, that felt like it cooked something out of me.
So, the man takes the gold piece and leaves his cart behind and begins to walk to the Arboreum.
Man, you're lucky that Ish and the thief are not near you.
Yeah, I'll follow him and bring the cart to the best of my ability.
I guess I should go with the other party and tell them what we're doing, huh?
Oh shit! Cinderio's still there!
See the dwarf did a suggestion to go. He'll just be like,
I will follow right alongside the dwarf
with his cart.
With his cart, so I can then pay the herbalist, like I said I would.
Yeah.
And explain to Cinderio what the fuck I'm doing.
So, you guys have made your way to the mining district.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically off to the side, and a giant hole opens up down. And you can see multi-tiered buildings basically line a circular hole in the ground. And there's a few elevators leading down.
What?
Where are you going?
Good tones.
Hurry up. Who am I echoing through?
Probably Jenny.
No, she's not even near me.
Yeah,
And I have her muted, so I'm not going to hear her, or me through her. Echo. No, I don't know. I'm not hearing it anymore. Okay.
Do you have your Discord on, maybe? Or not Discord, Twitch on?
I don't have Twitch streaming to my banana, so there's no way. So, you guys have made your way down to the mining district. You come out to a top-tiered area. There are no buildings up here. There's just a bunch of different elevators heading down around this large circular ring on the outside. And you can see one of the large guards walk up. Aye, what brings you to the mining district?
Mining stuff.
Interesting. I'm going to need a little bit more detail than that. To see if you're even qualified to head down into the mines.
Where do I need to be qualified?
You're heading into somewhere that's dangerous, and the mining organizations will be held responsible if you come into injury if you're not properly qualified.
Do I need to sign a waiver?
I would recommend it. He pulls out of a bag on his side, and he pulls out a basically a large stone tablet, and he hands it over with a strange, smaller round stone on top of it.
Wait, what? Can you describe that again?
There's a stone tablet with a smaller round stone that he sets on top of it, and he hands it to you.
Okay.
What is so funny?
I'm not laughing in the game.
Okay, so the main reason I wanted to come here was to find out exactly, is there any tunnels to the gate that's closed off?
Any tunnels to culvert?
Correct.
There are no tunnels that lead directly from the mine to Colruyt. You'd be plagued to know that you're going to be looking for years before you find any of the proper tunnels unless you know them right off the bat if you decide to head down into the mines.
Does anybody know them?
The Expedition Brothers. They do all of the mapping of the mines to ensure that we don't lose anyone in the mines, or we don't stumble upon a Grick nest, or a Umberhulk, or one of the other creatures of the Underdark.
Where would they be located?
They're going to be in the Traders' Ward, or the Scholars' District.
Great, thank you very much, sir.
So is it just a blank stone thing with another stone?
Yep.
Can I take the stone and start scream?
He's going to look extremely worried as you are now scraping a magical item against another magical item, and he's just like, "What are you doing?" He's going to stop you and be like,
let's go.
This is how you do it, you idiot. And he waves the stone over, and the words in common begin to appear. What are you doing? Are you like a newborn?
I'm only 10 years old.
Oh. Man, little adventurer, take your other little adventure and be gone from here.
Ish, grab the stone and book it.
He's gonna put the stone away in his bag, and he's gonna What did I do to deserve this?
Laugh at Tish. We're both kids, technically.
Yeah, I know, right? Two little kids wandering.
You guys have made your way, following the random merchant that you have hired and technically cast suggestion on
We
to go
basically
sleep
kidnapped him.
in the arboreum.
Is he a guard?
No, he's a merchant.
Gotcha.
He makes his way with no hesitation right through the city, beelining it straight for the Pebblestone's arboreum. When he gets there, he opens the door, walks into the main lobby, looks around, sees an empty chair, sits down, and immediately passes out.
You know, it's funny. After the suggestion wears off, you can cast sleep on him for an extra long sleep.
He's gonna have a really good sleep.
Yeah. I walk in right behind him.
Sindrell and the arborist is sitting there, like, absolutely confused as to what the fuck just happened. They look at you guys and they're like, care to explain why there's a random merchant sitting in that chair sleeping?
Like, I'm full on, like, booked it, because I guess he didn't run.
No, he
but
just...
I also had to fucking carry a cart, so
Yeah.
I was, like, sprinting. Ontario, I'm guessing Nathan's behind me, half asleep.
Yeah, I'm like on the verge. I was like, I really want some coffee.
Want some coffee.
Laying on the cart that you were carrying.
Walk in. Well, you remember how I said I was going to try to find someone to sleep here and I'd pay you? Ontario did a very phenomenal job at persuading somebody. So much so I didn't think he'd come right now. I am sorry.
He's like, so you used magic to convince someone to come sleep in my shop? Whatever, just hand over the money.
I hand him over 2 gold.
He's gonna,
Because that looks so fucking weird.
he's just gonna shake his head. He's gonna take the money. He's gonna be like, can I help you with anything else then?
No, you guys can go back to your conversation. Sorry for interrupting.
Should probably tell him
Like
that
I
the merchant
said, I
cart's out.
didn't expect this guy to come so fast. I don't know what Andariel did, but God, did he ever do a good job.
Sindrell's going to look at you and be like, care to explain?
Like we've told you, this guy seems to be the only one that believes this is Colruyt, and I had a suspecting feeling that it might have been some of the enchantments he had placed here for his plants affecting his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to test it out, and like I said, didn't think this would go as well as it did.
Aye, well, I can assure you that that is not the case. You can dismiss your suggestion spell now. You no longer need to concentrate on it. The reason that he hasn't been afflicted by these nightmares is he is of elven descent.
God damn it!
So
So it's only pure blood. It's only pure blood dwarves, I guess.
Or
No.
maybe just not elves.
Elves have a unique trait. They are not afflicted by sleep magic or things that afflict the mind. They're also not afflicted by Fae.
So is it Faye?
It is a distinct possibility.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
It is a distinct possibility!
That it is a fey magic.
More like it is something that afflicts individuals in their sleep. It latches onto them when they're near the gate, and it causes them to have the nightmares when they finally fall asleep.
Latches on? Like, is it an actual, like, thing, or is it...
Yeah.
You're not there, little bitch.
Yeah. When you mean latches on, is it a parasite or?
It's more of a term to use when magic or an affliction has taken seed.
understand. I look out the door to see where Ontario is, or is he behind it?
I'm behind you.
Okay.
Can I just be slumped on your shoulder? Thanks.
You know you can dismiss the spell now.
The guy knows he's suggested once he wakes up, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does he?
He gonna be
Yes.
angry. Just
Don't be
pick
angry.
him up and
I'm
toss him outside.
Yeah, so are you gonna dismiss the spell, Nathan?
Yeah, I'll dismiss the spell.
Gotcha. Yeah, the spell is dismissed. The creature is still asleep, however.
Creature?
Yeah, the dwarf is still asleep. Well,
Do I have to bring this guy to an inn now?
no, I know where he lives. Right across the street, actually. I will transport him there and make sure that he wakes up no worse for wear.
I will help you. His cart is right outside. He kind of left it.
That happens when you decide to cast the suggestion spell on an individual. They drop everything they're doing to do the action sometimes.
Okay.
So, I will take care of him. You all continue your investigations. Are you still having trouble getting through the gate?
They have seemed to have closed it off completely now, not even letting merchants and that through, as to prepare for tomorrow.
Interesting. Well, you better think of something fast. Because the enchantment he's wanting me to put on the door is going to seal it, permanently. It will get rid of any idea of a door being there.
I didn't catch any of that. I lied. Sorry.
I said you should probably hurry up with your idea to get through the door, because if I get through with the enchantment, it will seal it permanently, making it as though there was never a door there in the first place.
He said we had until tomorrow, so...
You do.
Can't you just lie and say the enchantment won't work?
I mean, you're not there, but also I don't think that's how...
Oh shit, yeah, sorry, metagaming. My bad.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think that would work, because there are magic users in the town that would probably be able to tell that he didn't do it. Even though he is a powerful mage, you can still detect when something magical is happening. Alright, time to go find a way through this gate. And I start to walk out and say sorry for everything that has happened to the arbalist, or forest, or whatever.
Don't even sweat about it. Weird shit's been happening. It's just about time it's made it to my doorstep. If you need anything to help you sleep, let me know.
Okay, so...
Punch in the face.
Punch, turn around, completely forgetting Undariel's on my shoulder, and just start to walk out.
Are sleep remedies this guy's specialty or something?
I wish you were there.
Yeah.
Poor little soul. Okay, so you guys begin to leave the arborist and his arborium with Cinderella taking care of the other dwarf that you guys have magicked into sleeping. The rest of you, however, are making your way through the town towards the Scholars Ward or the Traders District?
It was the traders who told us for the brothers guy.
Yep. Brothers Expedition?
Yeah, that.
You make it to the Traders Ward. You look around at all the shop names, but nothing gives you any vague idea as to which building you're looking for.
Aren't they all in Dwarvish?
But they have common right underneath.
Is there anybody walking that could point us in the right direction?
There's a few people walking, as always. There are always people walking.
City secrets really don't hurt.
walking.
God dang.
So you're gonna stop somebody?
Yes.
Okay. You stop an individual, and she looks over and she's like, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Trying to find the brothers' expedition.
They're not in the city at the moment.
Where
But
are they?
they're out on an expedition, believe it or not.
Wow.
They should be back tomorrow morning.
We don't have that one.
Well, if you're in such a rush, you might just want to head out to the gate and go find them.
Alright, close the gates.
Well, then you're out of luck. If they've closed the gates, then the brothers aren't getting back in.
What
They'll just
gate
come
are
up.
you specifically talking about?
You want to head out the south gate, I believe. That's where they were headed.
Southgate. Okay, thank you.
Where are they usually when they're in town?
Over in the Scholar's Ward. They have a shop there. They keep maps, other goods, nautical equipment for the undersea, the rivers, and their house.
Where's their shop?
If you head across the bridge, across the Bitterwash, and you head straight, it's going to be the 5th building on your left.
Excellent. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You begin to head over, and as you approach the building, you can see no lights on, a sign saying, "Gone, don't know when we'll be back."
Can I open
Not
the door?
accessibly hard.
The door is locked.
How many people are around?
A few. You're almost directly across the street from the most popular gambling place in the entire city.
Is there
A back door? Yeah.
There is not.
What
no.
about a balcony?
There is a balcony.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate for any openings that I can get there.
Yeah, is there any open windows?
There are no open windows.
What about the buildings next to it? Are they open?
You can assume that the buildings next to you are all opens. Yeah. Your investigation, there is an alleyway that leads to the back of the building. You can tell that the balcony up above you attaches to a archway with no door.
An archway with no door, so you can just walk right in?
Mhm.
So we could just climb.
Ish, we need to be a bit more stealthy about this. Let's go in the back.
Let's get on what?
We need to be a bit more stealthy. Let's go in the back alleyway and see if there's something back there I can use my tools to.
Yeah.
Okay. You head out to the back alleyway, and you can tell it's just a small little, barely enough to be able to walk through even for you guys.
Okay, both small creatures here?
Yeah, barely enough for you guys to walk.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
Perfect.
So which means we can't walk at all.
Probably not.
So that's no problem for us. Is there a opening that we can get inside, or I can use my thieves' tool to get through without
No,
being seen?
there is no opening. It's a flat stone wall straight up.
Does it just go straight and then end in a wall?
Well, time to climb up and see if we can get in there.
What is the point of this alleyway then?
Technically, I think I don't really understand how this works, but if I hide right here and try to open the door, will I be seen?
If you hide and try to open the door,
If you hide in the alley and then go out from it.
no, you'll be seen if you try to attempt that.
Try an investigation, because these are dwarfs that are, really good at mining, and they might have a secret door somewhere. That was bad. Does my perception see anything?
Nope.
My pet. Okay. Can I roll?
You can roll an investigation.
That's
Nope.
still not.
You guys do not find anything in the alleyway.
I think that we need to get in there, because then we can get the maps, and I'm willing to take them.
Ah, my headset just started fucking. What the fuck?
What do you think,
Are
Ish?
there any animals around?
There are no animals that you have seen.
None.
There's a few spiders, rats, tiny little things, but
Do
not
dwarves
where
keep
you're at.
pets?
They don't. No,
No. Oh,
Do they have pet stores?
they don't have pet stores. No,
Man, I want
they
pet.
don't keep pets.
Yeah,
I guess
but,
they'd keep rock elementals as pets.
yeah, probably. This is
I'm gonna
pet
go-
rock.
I'm going to go back out to the front door and not going to necessarily do anything to the door, but is it openable with my thieves' tool?
Yes, it is openable with your thieves' tools.
If I
Okay.
make a huge distraction down the way, would he be able to successfully stealth?
Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Perfect. I am actually very wise.
Are you?
The wisest.
No.
7.
Yeah.
That is a. You assume that it would work.
Damn.
Oh god.
What about you? I'll share my idea. Do you agree with it?
The answer is no. It will not work.
It will definitely not work. But if I were to come at the dead of night for them, would that make a difference, or
You
at
know
any
that,
other
you,
different day?
you know that dwarves don't technically have a night.
Yeah.
They don't have a day-night schedule. It is all just
Yeah, I was gonna say-
one.
It's the
I get
city
that, but I didn't know if they had like a legitimate schedule at all. But
Nope.
Is there an inactive time usually? Or
There is a time that it is less active, but there is never a time that a dwarven city is inactive.
Is the lights always on?
Yep, always.
Huh.
It's mainly just natural light. There's a few stones that glow, there's some phosphorescent plants, and there's torches everywhere that are changed out
only
quite
way that-
regularly.
the only way that I can think of right now to get into that building unseen is to have our great bard play the best song in existence and probably distract everyone in town. If only he were here.
If
Right.
Yeah.
So, while you guys are contemplating getting into the expedition's homestead, out from the roadway here walk your party members.
Oh, I'm gonna wait frantically at them.
Can I really get some dwarven coffee to like cure this fucking exhaustion?
No, it will not cure your exhaustion.
It'll just make you,
You have to
tired
take an
faster.
8-hour rest.
Quick, take cast sleep on me.
That would just basically put you to sleep, which you're already tired.
Yeah.
It would do nothing.
It wouldn't be restful sleep either.
Yeah, no. It would be
Damn.
magical sleep.
Okay, so I'm going to go wave at the party members and signal them to come towards me.
I guess we go towards them.
Okay, so, gentlemen, this lovely building in front of us hosts a lot of maps and potentially ways to get into the gate. The Expedition Brothers, which the shop is named after, will not be here in time for the gate's closure. So I was thinking about using these to show them my tools to do something about that. Point at the lock. However, that's kind of illegal.
Why does this sound like one of those like informational videos they show you when you're like an orientation at a job? Or something?
Because I like to explain the details of my job.
So, what are you guys going to do?
Your job, Mr. Bard, right now, would to be the best balladist or play your best song. Get everyone's attention.
I don't think that'll be very good. He is extremely tired.
Oh right. Oh no.
Yeah,
You
you
would get
do. You have.
disadvantage.
I have disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can't do it, and I mean, what's the worst that happens? You fail at playing your instrument?
Yeah.
And
And get a bunch of
everybody
people's
notices
attention
you.
being mad at us.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. I won't pick the lock if you suck.
Alright. Fair enough, I guess.
I mean, we could also try to gamble and make a big enough crowd with gambling.
That's up to you if you would like to give me your money to gamble with.
But you need to unlock the lock.
Well,
That would be kind of impossible if you were making a big scene by making a big pot.
true. Well, there goes my chance at taking your money.
He's used to that from our other campaign.
Yeah, trust me, I'm not that dumb.
And
I
yet,
guess we'll go with your idea then.
Yeah, it's
Gambling versus playing is up to him, I suppose. But I would like to get in here and see if there's anything that we can use.
our bard could try playing because he doesn't lose anything by trying.
No, yeah, I could just roll a performance.
I'm going to ask this. Do you think that's a good idea as a party to do this?
That's up to you
I-
guys. What are you doing?
Well, he was asking
don't-
us.
Yeah, he was. I don't think it's a good idea because either way, we'll have to go into the Underdark and scurry through all those tunnels in the Underdark. And we have someone that is very used to being in the Underdark, points at Ish.
Hey, I am a pirate.
Can you navigate without maps through the Underdarkish?
I'm proficient with nautical tools and navigator's tools, I think.
Didn't you say you went through the Underdark to get back to your ships
I
many
wouldn't
and many
say
times?
I'm very proficient in it, but
Does
I'm
that
proficient
mean
enough. I
does
use
that
the
mean you can get us behind the gate?
the proficiency with the Underdark that I have is not with navigation. That was more just to find my ship. If you want to go back to my ship, I can take you there, no problem.
Okay,
But-
so we go back to the issue
Yeah,
at
some people
hand.
always have a compass to get back out of the Underdark. Just follow Ish.
Yeah.
We'll never get lost in the Underdark, because all I need to do is just try to find my ship and we'll get out. I just can't guarantee where we'll get out.
So we still do not have a navigator.
No.
We still need maps.
But I also don't think this is the best place to get them from on this.
They're the only
busy
ones
street.
who have it. They're the only ones
Do
who
you
have
know
the-
any other expedition people?
Wasn't there... Give me a second. The Tunnel Diggers?
This is them.
You said there was 3 brothers.
Yeah, the Expedition Brothers.
Yeah, I'm talking about the other ones, the Tunnel Diggers that me and Zap went to. Or tried
They
to go to
different?
and then never went.
I thought that's who we were going to.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that not the same people, Greenland?
Nope.
Okay, Tunnel Diggers, we can go check them out.
Yeah. They might be able to... They might be willing to sell a map for a few coin.
Maps are
Okay.
expensive. Usually.
They
Very
are,
expensive.
but
But this is out of character. He's lawful good. So
Let's just tattoo it on Ish's back.
we're all good. We're all happy people here. So let's not do evil things.
Tattoos don't work on my scales. It needs to be one of you fleshies.
You can tattoo scale.
Nope.
Okay, let's head back to the mining district as a party, and we will go find the tunnel diggers.
Okay, so you make your way back down to the mining district. The same dwarf that you'd met earlier is standing there, and he's looking extremely worried now that the 2 have replicated into 4.
Wait, what?
The 2 have turned into 4. He sighs and he's like, "Adventurers, welcome back."
I brought my guardians.
Oh no.
We're looking for the tunnel diggers.
Tunnel diggers, why are you back here then? The trades district.
Oh, good lord. Good thing I have city secrets. Let's go fast.
Let's go fast.
Go fast and eat ass.
He's like, "Do you need me to point you in the right direction?" Head to
I
the traders
am trying to
district.
find out what city secrets is used for, so if I don't know where it's at already by the time of today, I'll be surprised.
What?
I think we're fine. We know it's in the trade district. I'm pretty sure we can find it, and if not, ask someone over there. But thank you for offering.
Aye, good luck.
Go back to the trade district.
Okay.
So much walking.
You guys have basically backtracked all over the city, and by now it is late into the day. You've made your way officially back. Yes. Yeah, day. You've made your way all the way back to the trading district. And you see a large building across from the anvil that you guys, the blacksmith that you guys had.
My sword.
Yep. Directly across
that would be 4 days.
the street from there is where you will find the tunnel diggers.
Can I go in and check out my sword?
Yeah. You walk in and you can see all three of the dwarves standing around a large, forge in the middle of the room. And all of them are deep in work, beating on metal.
Do I see my sword?
They're working on it.
Ah, my sword. Cool.
They don't even pay any attention to you when you walk in.
I'll walk out.
Okay. So, the tunnel diggers are right across the street. You walk over and you can see that the building, just like the one across the street from it, is also in a little bit of tatters. It's one of the older buildings, and you can see 2 dwarves inside. One is a very elderly dwarf, missing one eye, with white hair and a white beard, and he's sitting in a chair snoring. And the other one's sitting in a chair next to him, and he's reading a book.
Knock on the door and see what they do.
Aye, welcome to Tunnel Diggers. How can I help you?
Hi.
Can I climb on his lap and ask him what book he's reading?
He's gonna really look at you questioningly as you, walk over, and he's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
I think Ish just like a lost child.
Climb on your lap and ask you what book you read.
No, please. Weird little lizard thing. And he kind of scoots you away from his chair with his boot. And he puts down the book, and he's like, "What brings you to Tunnel Diggers?"
We were looking to see if you knew a way to colorate.
Colorate, you say? I know plenty of ways to colorate.
That don't involve the game.
Well, you're a bit more out of luck on that one. But my paw might. Paw, wake up! What is it? What? Why are you waking me from my nap? You know better. We have guests. Ah. Well, then deal with them. I'm going back to sleep. Now, father.
Excuse me, sir. As I'm trying to stop him from going to sleep.
He looks over and he's like, you're not a dwarf. What do you want at the Tunnel Diggers?
We were looking to browse your mind to see if you knew a way to colorate through the mines that don't involve the gates.
Oh, the mines. No, there's no way to colorate from the mines. I mean, there's ways to get to the Underdark and then traverse the tunnels. Why?
We're looking to get to Colruyt to do some investigating and then hopefully take care of all this nightmare nonsense the town has been having to deal with.
Ah, so you be the adventurers that be trying to deal with these nightmares. I haven't been afflicted, thankfully.
We can tell.
Yes. Well, you're coming to the wrong person if you're looking for information on tunnels in the Underdark. I dig them. Don't map them.
I mean,
The Expedition Brothers, yeah.
Yes. They hire us quite often to dig them some extra tunnels.
They're out of the city.
Yes, I know. They're on an expedition with my eldest.
Oh.
how long?
They should be back in a couple of days, no later. And he, you hear him, he starts to stretch. And he's, arching his back, and you hear this loud pop. And he goes, oh, that's much better.
I can do that too.
Well, unfortunately, if we don't solve this nightmare presence or come up with a way to solve it by tomorrow, I don't think you'll get to see your eldest.
Nah, he'll just mine through the wall. That's what his specialty is.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't keep him from his home.
We have someone like that too, as I pat Ish on top of the head.
Well,
I don't mind those.
if you're looking for someone to map your tunnels, you come to the wrong place. However, if you need us to dig a tunnel, we got you.
Could you dig a tunnel to Colruyt?
You're funny. Dig a tunnel from the Crystal Heart to Colruyt. There's already a tunnel to do that, lad.
But we need another one.
One without a gate.
Can you dig around the gate?
Yeah, can you?
That I can do.
Ooh.
Can you do it quietly so we don't get caught?
I mean, when do you need the tunnel by? And do you have the right permits?
Ooh, permits. I hate those.
Yes.
There's no fucking permits. They're funny.
I fucking love this guy.
Outsiders. They're great.
How
Well,
long do you think it would take to dig?
well, couple of days. Depends on where you want me to start. There are plenty of secret tunnels heading out of the city, but those I'm not obliged to tell.
Are they through the mountain?
I mean, technically,
All of them are through
yeah.
the mountain.
Secret tunnel.
Exactly. As you know, business confidentiality and all that special nincompoop.
Is it like the permits?
Yes. Yes.
You mean it doesn't exist?
I like this one.
Oh.
I could dig you a tunnel. Where from?
I could dig you too.
Yeah. You said
So we're just-
there's already some tunnels that lead outside the gate.
There's plenty of tunnels that lead out of the city. Out of the gate's a whole different story.
Would some coin loosen your lip to talk about these secret tunnels?
Not even slightly. I don't remember them.
At least he's honest.
At least he's honest. I can't blame you for that.
Where would a good spot be to start the tunnel where it's not in the middle of everything and nobody would see?
Did you say this out loud?
I think it was more directed at you, wasn't it?
I would have said it out loud. Yeah.
So the old man's going to immediately stand and grab the pickaxe next to him, and he's going to throw it in between you guys at the floor in the middle of his shop. And he's like, right there.
You're okay with digging in the shop?
He looks over at a hole in the corner of the room. It's not the first time. It's not the last.
How much for a tunnel then? To the tunnel to Colruyt.
You're looking at the distance from here to the gate?
Yeah.
Son, how good's your swinging arm? He looks at him and he's like, don't look at me. You're doing this one. He's like, no. I didn't bring you on to dig no tunnels and to tell me to do it myself. I'm too damn old for this. You're looking at 150 gold pieces. If you want me to keep it quiet.
How much for loud and obnoxious?
Loud and obnoxious. The guards finding out 5 minutes in.
Like, fuck goals.
I'll do it for like 10.
Yeah. So do I remember when the guy seals up the tunnel or whatever? Is he sealing up just the gates or is the whole tunnel?
Just the gates.
Okay, because if it's just the gates, we're gonna get paid tomorrow by the guy Thane or whatever. So we'll have that money.
I have 126 gold right now.
I have 2 gold.
Nathan,
Let's do it now.
33.
you have enough.
This is a single day's wages for the ones that will be digging. We can have it done in less than 24 hours.
So we'd have to pay for a single day.
Single day.
Or we can get the Brothers Expedition potentially to help us too.
I don't think we're getting the Brothers Expedition at all.
They won't. I mean, if the.
And if you want a really ballsy move, I'll dig right under the gate for 2 gold pieces.
Just right under.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think that one might work the best.
I have 2 gold pieces.
I think that actually might work. While they're trying to take care of him, we can whoop whoop out of the gate. Really fucking balls.
Oh, how about from the High King's throne room to the game?
Okay, we should probably notify Cinderella of our idea, but the offer will stand for at least a day, yeah?
That one he won't do. What was that?
The offer will stand for at least more than a day.
Like if we come back tomorrow and commission you for it?
Yeah, if I remember when I wake up in the morning.
Will you remember if we pay you now?
I don't think you know how my job works. You pay me, I get started.
How do you remember where to go?
It's only when he sleeps that he loses his memory.
No, see, I don't mine the standard way. I mine the way the stone tells me.
So there was already a tunnel waiting to be in existence.
Yes. That's all a tunnel is.
That stone that doesn't know it's not supposed to be there.
Is this dude like Toph or something? Is he gonna earthbend them?
So, 10 gold, 2 gold, 150 gold. I'll even do a super special deal. If you want this tunnel to be a 2-way tunnel,
Isn't all tunnels
500 gold.
Is it all tunnels two-way?
Like, it's not gonna collapse behind us?
My tunnels never collapse.
Then how can it not be? Would you fill it back up?
Yes. You can't just
Why?
You can't just have a tunnel from the middle of the city outside the front gate.
Well, could
Can
we
you-
do it somewhere else then? Like,
Sure, where do you want the tunnel to go?
Okay. Fuck. Alright, map time. So, we're trying to get from the gate we're all currently at, right? So this one?
Yeah, we're trying to go to the gates further on. So one of these buildings would probably be best.
What isn't here?
Stalls for horses, I'm assuming.
Here, I don't even know where you guys are pinging. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's been a while since we used the map.
Okay, go ahead and ping. There? Yeah, those are stalls.
Are they
for
full?
horses. Yeah, some of them. There's rams, a couple horses, some bulls.
Do you rent the stalls?
And this hallway?
That hallway is storage.
What about here?
So where
to
are we
here?
now about? We're in the Trader's Ward somewhere. It's not the middle of the city. It's actually relatively close.
You're up off the map this way.
Oh.
And you're in the middle of the city. What he means by the middle of the city is you're in the city. Trying to dig a tunnel out of the city. He's going to turn to his son, and he's going to begin discussing tools, supplies, and a couple other things. Zap.
Can we pay you half now and then half when we finish?
Zap.
Yes.
Your thieves can't. Picks up coded talk between the father and the son.
Okay, what are they saying then?
They're curious as to why a group of individuals want to commission a tunnel out. But then again, their job isn't to question, it's to dig.
And yet they're questioning.
Which is no problem.
Like I said, I have 126 gold right now. We can commission them and let Sindrel know while they're digging. We have a way out, even if you lock it, so we can go investigate.
The question is, are we going to really use 150 gold for all of this? So,
like, this is a way that we can get out of this city.
Yeah.
Right now, we are stuck in this city. We can try to convince someone through the gates, but they all are very hard-lawed people. We have to do some dirty measures, I believe so, to get through this city.
I mean, technically, nothing about this is illegal.
Yeah.
He said we can't go through the gates. We're not going through the gates.
Jen, you know the
We'll
kid's
still
trying to
get in
get you
trouble.
that, right?
Yeah, when they find out either tomorrow or the next day that we are not anywhere in the city, there's nobody questioning about nightmares anymore. They're gonna suspect something.
Well, yeah, they might suspect something, but we'll be gone by then.
I'm just having a big problem with being left because I think we only have enough gold for one way. That's why.
We definitely only have enough gold for one way.
But
if we...
if the Crystal Sea is really, like, you know, the main hub, chances are it has gates to other places, just like Colruyt does. So even if the gate to Colruyt is sealed, the other gates might not be.
Okay, so I'm down to do that, but I'm not down to go on a suicide mission with no expedition or help to actually lead us through a dark tunnel.
Well, it'd be one tunnel, and it'd probably be a straight shot.
Are you guys discussing this in character in front of them?
Probably,
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hell no. Hell no.
This is something I'd talk about on the side, not with them whispering. Like, I'm assuming that they're thieves canting on the side, just like I'm talking to my party.
Except they're seemingly talking about mundane mining. And the only one who understands at all what they're talking about is you.
Interesting. Okay, so at this point, I think that we should just leave. There's no real reason to be in the shop with these two. If the deal stands, it stands.
Yeah.
Unless y'all want to put the gold into it now.
It will take them 24
I think we just
hours.
have to remind him tomorrow if we want to take the deal or not, and then
How long
kind of
does
act around town until the tunnel's digged, and then get the fuck out.
The door is going to be locked anyway, so it really doesn't matter. We're going to be able to get beyond that door regardless, correct? Even if they put the enchantment on it?
I think so, I'm not sure. Yeah,
Secret
we do
tunnel!
Yeah, we'd make
Through the mountain.
If they seal everything though, which it seems like this crazy king guy might actually do,
Crazy king guy. He's crazy.
then the Expedition Brothers aren't getting back, which means we won't have a map unless we break in.
Yeah.
We could try to break into the Expedition Brothers, like, place.
You're muted, Bailey.
It's the most popular gambling place. Oh.
It's like across the street from them.
No, it wasn't, Nathan.
You weren't, no.
What? You were talking about my headset? What the fuck? My Discord lagging again?
Yes.
Probably.
Everyone else heard me. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I was saying, it's right next to the biggest gambling spot.
Mhm.
Even if we pull off a major distraction, there's always going to be one or two people that are not going to be interested
Yeah.
and notice what you're doing.
Okay, we'll do whatever then.
I'm still half positive that there's a secret entrance to that alleyway.
Maybe.
I mean, if they're like known map makers and miners and stuff, they'd have some way to get out of their house besides the front door.
Yeah, like, I think we should talk to Sindrel to see what he thinks, see if we should try our luck with the gates or make this tunnel. Like, he is the one that ultimately is saying, this is not the Crystal Heart, this is Colruyt. So
Is Sindriel gonna come with us? I don't remember.
that I don't remember either. That's why I kind of want to talk to him again.
Yeah. Where did he say he was gonna be? The inn?
Yep.
He's gonna be at the end asleep.
Go ahead and shake him up.
Wake up!
Sindrel! Wake up! Ah!
We'll all
I
just
mean, we
climb
could
in bed
also
with him.
ask Riza.
Let's just go talk to him. Let's
Yeah.
go talk to Sidril.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. For your what was the name? Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Tunneling brothers or
The
something?
Tunnel Brothers, but what was your name again? Sorry.
Bolgren?
Volgren. Okay, thank you, Mr. Volgren.
Mr.
Yeah.
We'll come back
Okay.
if we decide on the tunnel.
Well, good luck. Wish you the best of luck. And he just goes. And he's out
Right
again.
Man, I would
Right back
Then-
to sleep.
If I'm able to thieves can't in a way of saying goodbye, I do it.
He's gonna look at you confused and be like, well, we look forward to seeing you again if you want to dig the tunnel. And then he's gonna turn to his father, talking about more of the mining stuff, but secret code, and be like, well, if you want something dug, we'll dig it, whether you want to do illegal or legal, blah 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 blah.
So
Blah,
he
blah, blah,
turns
blah,
to
blah,
his father, who is asleep.
Yep.
To
starts
basically to not rouse suspicion to us, the people that doesn't understand thieves can't.
Well, considering the fact that he just used Thieves' Cant to them, he knows that the whole party is fine to be using Thieves' Cant. Which, now they assume that it's definitely fucking illegal.
That's the point.
They're like, hey. So, you guys are going to make your way through the city, of course, using your city secrets, as always, whenever you travel within the city. And you find yourself back at the inn. The girls are sitting there, and they have managed to get their hands on a new game.
I'm gonna sit down.
No.
Intrigued.
They look at you, and they're just like, yes?
What's the game?
This is an interesting game. The dwarves taught us this. It has a bunch of tiles, and we flip over the tiles. We let them know what tiles are what, and then you flip them over, and it's kind of like lose the tiles. You're supposed to trick the other person into forgetting what order your tiles are in.
I love how your
Was it
voice
the game
went
that I
from a
learned?
girl's voice to like your normal voice.
Exactly. Fuck you.
So
Is it the game that I learned
No.
from?
No. Completely different game.
how do you play? Like on here. Are you looking up how to play it?
It's an actual game that I learned recently.
Huh.
Do I see Sindrel anywhere, or is he up in his room asleep?
He is asleep.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind being woken up about the job. So let's go talk to him.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
sit and play a game with the kiddos.
Go
So-
upstairs, go to Sindrel's room, and knock on the door to see if he wakes up.
Okay.
I'm going to go talk to the Thane's brother.
Okay.
And we'll catch y'all later.
So, the game that they're going to teach you to play is called Tellstones.
Tellstones?
Yep, Tellstones.
Mm-hmm.
It is a game with a bunch of different pieces, and they're little circular tiles with different images on them. And they basically, it's kind of like the street performers with the balls and the cup. It's kind of like that, where you just try to hide the tiles in a certain order, and both of them have different mats, and you're supposed to guess the other person's order while hiding your own. And they'll teach it to you. It's just more of a for fun game that the dwarves have taught them. You knock on Sindrel's door, and it takes him a good 15 to 20 minutes before he answers if you wish to continue that long.
I mean, after like 5 minutes, I was probably gonna leave and go back down, let him rest, and stay at the inn until he fully wakes up from his nap.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's going to be asleep. So, Zep, you begin to head out. And where are you going to go to find the Thane's brother?
To the same gambling spot that I saw him last time.
Okay. You head over to the gambling spot and you walk in, but you do not see the Thane's brother.
Okay, so I'm going to start looking for him, just in general, in the usual gambling spots that I was recommended.
Okay. You stop at a few of the gambling spots throughout the city, and you don't find him.
Interesting. Wow. Okay, so if that's the case, then I am going to ask the barkeep.
Aye, how can I help ya?
Well, first bar that I'm in, ask about Thane's brother. Have you seen him?
He's not been in today. Probably down in the mines as usual. What's your business?
My business is my own, thank you. Walk out.
He as you begin to walk out away from me, he's like, I can respect that.
Yeah.
A little short, stubby guy walks up and he's like, hey, where's this dude? I don't know, probably in the mines. Why you want him?
Hey.
Respectable.
Walks out the door.
You begin to head
That's
back
a
towards the
stand-up
mining
guy.
district for not the first, not the second, but the third time
But the
today.
third time, I know where this place is, damn it.
Nathan, I will mention, did you want to take a sleep since we're all waiting?
Yeah, can I go pass out?
Yeah, you can take your long rest. So, you head back to the mining
You're
district.
welcome.
And you can see that the watch is being changed over.
So it's a new guy.
Yep.
Wait,
So it's a new guy,
is it in the
excellent. Walk
process
up.
of being changed? So,
Yep.
so the old guy still sees the little green guy walk up.
Yep, and he begins to move off rapidly. The guard stops you, and he's like, aye, what's your purpose here in the mining district?
Trying to find Thane's brother.
What be your business?
My business is with the Thane.
The Thane. Then you best head over to the... he would
Sorry,
actually be the
let
acting
me clarify.
Thane now, isn't he?
Thane's brother.
Well, he
I mean,
stopped.
he is technically a Thane.
Yeah, he is now acting Thane of Colruyt, and he's like, you'd be right. He'd be the new Thane now. Well, regardless, your business is not your own when it deals with the new Thane, as well as getting into the mining district. Unless you have a good enough reason, you're not going into that mine.
My reason is to try to attempt to stop the nightmares. I'm being employed by the Thane and Sindrel.
See, I feel like you're just spitting that out at me now. You don't even believe it yourself.
Well, if that's your prerogative, then that's what it is.
Aye, well, do you understand the risks of going down into the mine?
I can sign a contract that says I do.
Well, you know how to bargain like a damn dwarf, that's for sure. He pulls out a tablet with a small circular stone attached to it, and he hands it to you. You know how this works?
Yep.
It's an iPad.
Do what I saw the other dwarf do.
He's going to basically go over and ask a few questions. He's going to ask you to basically put your name, put that you understand and you agree, and that you agree to all strict safety regulations. That includes being attached at the waist to another dwarf.
I have no problem with this. Am I allowed to hop on the dwarf?
No. You're not.
And this will still get me to see the thing.
It'll get you to the front door. It'll be up to the Thane whether he'll see you or not.
Understood. It'll be worth it if I can talk to him.
Aye. Let me go ahead and call over somebody who is willing to attach themselves to you and going down anyways.
And if possible, I give him 5 silver. I would really like to talk to the thing. Safely.
You're bribing the wrong guard.
Well, you're the one helping me right now.
Aye. Well, I'll take it anyways. He takes the money.
Give it to him.
He walks you over to the elevator, and the next elevator coming up is full of a bunch of people coming out of the mine. He stops one of them and goes, You willing to make 5 silver? The guy goes, a little bit of extra cash won't hurt. Not extra coin, sorry. It's not cash. Coin.
Hey.
A little bit of coin won't hurt. He's like, this one's going in the mines. Gotta attach himself to you. He's like, this. Greenskin. The
Pull out
adventurer.
some more money.
Smooth skin.
Smooth
Pull
skin.
out some more money, kind of look at it in my hand. I just really need to talk to the Thane. And I would like to get there safely.
He goes, Okay, here. He pulls a cord from his belt made of a strange fabric, and he ties it around your waist. And then he ties it to his belt. He's like, as long as you don't decide to worm out of it, if you do fall, it'll catch you, and I'll be able to drag you back up. It's not like you're heavy enough to drag me over to the edge.
Good. Sometimes it pays to be small.
He's gonna sit you down on the elevator, and he's like, what's your purpose?
My purpose is to speak with the Thane about a situation I've learned about, and I just want to help him.
Understood. I'm not one to pry too much, but of course I had to ask.
Oh, I can understand. I respect that.
You see, the only person that was left on is the dude controlling the mechanism for the elevator, and he pulls the shaft, and it begins to
I'm
go
going
down.
to speak in thieves' cant to him.
They both, like, kind of just have a normal conversation with you.
But they don't speak thieves' cant.
They do not.
Okay, excellent.
So, you make your way down 4 levels before the steward of the elevator stops it and opens up the door. He's like, if you're looking for the acting Thane of Colruyt, this is the floor.
Okay. Is it alright if I go speak with him alone?
You have to take your little buddy there.
Okay, let's go.
He's going to basically walk with you as he just keeps his equipment to himself, as he just kind of follows behind you. And every time you decide, like, start heading the wrong direction, he points you in the right direction. You find your way to a large manor-like building. A few guards stand outside, and they tell you to halt as you approach. What be your business here, Greenskin?
I suppose. I'm here to speak with the Thane. I have some information that I think that will be very important to him.
What information might this be?
It's information for the Thane.
Unless you tell us, we're not telling the Thane.
Speaking thieves can't. Do they understand it?
No. They look at you inquisitively, and they're like, I don't care about the weather underground.
Excellent. Okay, so with that, I think that there's going to be a attack on the Thane at some point.
And what be your proof for this?
Well, I spoke with the... Well, I'll get back to that. I can't tell you. I told you. I spoke with an individual, and I'm going at this point, I'm going to try to convince them. I'm just going to use my persuasion.
Okay, make a persuasion check. With disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Ooh, it's even worse. Well, if that's the case, then I really can't get through to y'all that this man is going to die, potentially. But I'm sure y'all are fine with that being his guards. And walk off.
They're gonna sit there and be like, you're a sly bastard. Get
Hey,
back.
bastard, I'm just a green skin. Keep walking.
Yeah, you best turn back around. If you've got something to say, the Thane will hear
No,
it.
no, I literally turn back to them as I'm walking away. I'm just a kid. I'm just a green skin that knows the Thane's going to die. It's alright. Keep walking.
They're gonna be like, well, we did say that the Thane would hear you out. If he doesn't want to hear it, he won't hear it, but we'll try. One of them walks inside the door. Do you continue walking away, or are you gonna turn around?
I will stop, put my hands behind my back, and just wait.
About 15 minutes later, the guard bat walks back out, and he's like, aye, Greenskin, you can go in. Don't expect a warm welcome.
I did not expect it the second you called me a green skin, you long-bearded... Oh, sorry, I almost said that. Keep walking in.
Yeah, he's gonna look at you kind of just in disgust, but shrug.
Look at him in disgust, too.
The dwarf is gonna untie you, and he's gonna be like, you don't need me in there. I'll be waiting out here.
Thank you, sir.
Where was the opportunity for him to fall that they were talking about?
You'll see. You'll see as they toss him over the edge. So,
Hey, I mean, if I die, I die.
you enter, and you can see a few individuals in there. They're like, head up the stairs. Thane's in the upper courtyard.
Okay, head up to the Thane. What is he doing?
So you make your way to the Thane in the upper courtyard, and you can tell that he's sitting there looking over a bunch of excavation papers, and he's gonna look up and be like, so you're the one who's got the rumor of an attempt on my life.
Oh, an attempt on your life is a little different than what I can provide for you.
And what is that?
Well, I was speaking with a certain individual that was in charge of the barracks, and they said something quite interesting.
And what might that be?
That there's a investigation going on with you,
Interesting.
and I wondered if you would like me to help you feed her some information. And, I don't know, you can help me.
And what might you be wanting me to help with?
Well, you are a minor, obviously. Took me a while to get down here, in fact. But someone of your caliber definitely probably knows how to get beyond the gate, too, don't you?
Continue.
So, I don't necessarily like the barracks. Individual in charge, not very nice. You, however, taught me how to play this amazing gambling game. Which, it was fun.
Enough
And
of the
you...
platitudes. I don't need your
Oh,
friendliness.
Oh, you want to get down to business. Okay, my bad. I'll put it simple. I want to get beyond the gate to find out if there's an issue. I want to be able to get to and from, and anything I can do to potentially steer the investigation that you are now potentially aware of to somewhere different.
Do you have any idea of what this investigation is?
Honestly, I do not care.
Because it doesn't sound like an attempt on my life, and I already knew of the investigation. So not only did you bring me no information in which assists me in any way, shape, or form, but you're also telling me...
Do you not even understand that I can try to change this person's opinion?
You do know that I'm working with them to investigate a few things, right? That it is me who started the investigation? You didn't stop to think that all of this might be because that's the way it's supposed to be?
Honestly, at this point, as a kid, I don't know what you expect from me. I'm just trying to help you. You were nice to me. I'm just a 14-year-old that doesn't know any better. I was trying to be nice.
Well, not only did you bring threats that aren't real, But the guards are on their way, and I do not recommend you leave the area. But you are free to go.
I leave.
Okay. As you make your way out, there's a few more guards sitting there at the entryway.
Okay.
And the individual who'd escorted you here is gone.
Excellent. I wait.
Aye. You're coming with us.
To where?
The barracks, where you're going to be questioned quite thoroughly on the supposed threats on the acting Thane of Colruyt's life.
Sounds good to me.
They're going to begin to escort you off. So, we're going to get back to that later, but for now, Ondariel, you've gone to sleep. What about the rest of you?
I was waiting for Sindariel or Sindrel to wake up from his nap to tell him we might have a way under the gates if we can't get through them after he locks it. And I don't know what Ish was doing, but I was kind of just sitting there having one or two drinks, waiting.
I've been playing with the kids.
I see. Well, they're going to continue to play with you. It is about
Are you?
a little after the dead hour of the night.
Wait, when are our bedtimes?
You're fucking adorable. They start to get tired, but they continue to play, pushing through the exhaustion. As they have discovered a new game, and they will play it until they drop dead.
Okay, so maybe we should put a stop to that?
So, Sindrel comes down in the dead hour of the night. He's rubbing his eyes, and he looks up and he's like, you've returned.
Yes,
I heard some knocking at the door. Was it you?
yes, I didn't want to disturb your sleep. I knew how much you needed it after last night.
Minor details. So, I assume you found more information for me then.
We may have found a way under the gate, under not legal means.
I don't like hearing that, but go into detail.
The tunnel diggers next to the smithies.
I know of the place.
They said they would be able to dig us a tunnel that leads outside to the gate on the other side.
I see. Interesting.
And they gave us a couple options. For 5 gold, or 10 gold, they can mine a tunnel under
Loudly.
not quiet means. 150, they can mine us a tunnel, I think, for one way. Or was it 900?
500.
500 for 2 ways.
500, a two-way tunnel.
Or, for 2 gold, just right under the gate.
Or 2 gold, from right in front of the gate to under the gate. But I don't think that one is going to happen anytime soon.
Well, I'd like to see them try, definitely. That would be interesting, but
It would.
I'm not going to tell you what to or not to do in order to continue your investigations. But if you do plan on leaving the city, let me know. I believe that where I need to place this device of mine is going to be outside of the city.
So you'd be coming with?
Yes.
How far out?
As far as I need until I can place this down at the nexus point. It could be right outside the gate. Could be all the way down in the Crystal Heart. Who knows?
How will you know?
I have a ritual I am able to perform and concentrate on for as long as need be. This will drain my energy, so I will be unable to assist in any other way, but it will pinpoint where I need to place it.
Convenient.
Oh man, plot points are fucking convenient.
Wait, what?
Convenient plot points, convenient.
Yeah.
Wait, what
So
happened?
I believe once
Sindrel can't help if he's concentrating on his ritual to find the nexus point for his device.
Yeah. The tunnel diggers did say that it would be 24 hours. So I can run back there, unfortunately, and tell him to start the mine, and we can go there tomorrow night after we have seen the Thane and rested up for a bit.
Well, in order to assist you, if you plan on getting the tunnel, I will pay the rest for the two-way tunnel so that we are able to get back in should we run into issues.
I'm okay with that.
I'm perfectly fine with that. So, let me go wake up Andariel to get his bit of the money, and I will be on my way to the tunnel diggers
No, you
so they
don't
can
need to wake
start
him
the
up.
mine.
Just take it.
Just loot me.
I mean,
He's-
yes, that's probably what I'm going to do.
He's going to grab his bag and he's going to be like, well, to expedite the process, I have 50 platinum here. He tosses you the bag. Pay me back. In the morning, preferably.
Hands out back to him. Here you go. Here's your running back.
Okay. Okay. I take it and thank you. We will definitely pay you back in the morning. I will go tell him to start, and I'll be back as soon as possible.
Should we travel in groups?
He's going to look around and be like, so Andariel's asleep, but where is Zep?
Zap went to talk to the.
Did he actually tell us where he was going?
I did. I said I was going to go speak to the Thane.
To the Thane, but I think he means the Thane's brother.
Thane's brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Even though they're Thanes. They're both Thanes, I'm sorry.
They are both Thanes, but. Yeah.
And he is the actual Thane. If I.
To the
Interesting.
acting Thane of Goldridge.
Well, hopefully he returns soon.
Hopefully.
Morden doesn't
Uh,
like to be disturbed when he's down in the mines.
That is good to know. As I'm about to leave, I look at Elizabeth and Reza and Ish. I'm like, you three should probably go to bed. You all look very tired.
The girls are going to sit there and be like, but we're not done yet. We have to beat her. Reza's been beating both of you, single-handedly, with no issues.
Well, future sight.
Of course she has.
Oh, oops.
I look at Reza, I'm like, Reza, just please, you guys need your rest.
She looks up, eyes bloodshot, and she's like, no.
I'm gonna take the board with the game and I'm gonna run upstairs to my room.
Reza just kind of looks there, kind of blinking at the missing pieces, and she's just tired. Elizabeth looks up the stairs and begins to screech as she begins to run after you. Just a banshee scream as she begins to rush up the stairs.
I'm gonna lock the door to my room and find a really good hiding spot for the board.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You hear a thud on your door. She's like, I will get in. This door cannot stop me.
I didn't think it would. Actually,
The ironic part about this, doesn't one of them have future sight? Like what?
Yeah, Reza.
is the window open?
Yes, it is open.
Can I toss the board out?
Yes. You toss the
God, foul demon.
Be gone, foul thought. You toss the board out the window, and you could hear Elizabeth screeching on the other side of the door as she's just running into it.
I'm gonna.
Downstairs, Reza simply gets up, walks outside the door, and she walks back in with the board as she begins to slowly walk up the stairs. The screeching subsides shortly after that.
I make my way to the tunnel diggers.
Okay. You make your way back to
With
the tunnel diggers.
50 platinum, obviously.
Yeah, you make your way back to the tunnel diggers, and you can see that the old man is the only one sitting there, and he's still snoring. The younger individual is no longer there.
knock on the door and then open up.
He goes, you're back. He looks over.
Yes,
Sonny. Where the hell did Sonny go? And he looks over into the middle of the floor, and there's already a hole in the middle of the floor, and he goes, oh, that right bastard. He's like, oh, he stands, and you can hear, like, the cracking of his bones as he, like, stretches. Oh, he's like, oh, I haven't moved in a couple of days.
He's like a Goron, is he?
He stands up, and he's like, I assume you brought the cash. Coin.
Yes, I did. I plopped down the 50 platinum.
That sounds a lot heavier than 150 gold.
We are looking for a two-way tunnel now, in case things do get messy.
Makes sense. I'll let the youngster know. As you can see, the tunnel has been started, and we did it the quiet way, just in case.
Thank you very much.
No, we wanted a loud way. Go back.
Go back.
We wanted it loud in two ways. He's gonna be like, if you return in the morning, it'll be ready for you to go.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
And by morning, I mean not this morning, but the next morning.
The next morning.
So we have 2 days.
Well,
Well,
a day.
24 hours, basically.
24 hours.
Yeah.
He's like, did you need light down there, or are you good?
We're
We're
good.
good.
I think we're fine.
We all have
All
dark
of our
vision.
eyes are adjusted.
We all have
Yeah.
dark vision and Reza's
Except
magic.
for Reza, Zindaril, and
They're-
Elizabeth.
They're all magic, though.
Gotcha. So, before you leave, he walks over to one of the walls, and you can see a large stone disc. Stone disc. He immediately grabs the two handholds, and he begins to lift it away from the wall as he rolls it over the hole, and he just plops it down. There! They don't know anymore. He gives you a thumbs up. He walks back over to his chair. He scooches it a little bit to the right, and then he sits down. And then
Have a good sleep, sir.
he's already out before you've said anything.
And I walk back to the inn.
Yep. So, you walk back to the inn, you walk in, and Sindril's there, and he looks a lot more refreshed than he was the last time you saw him.
You look better now.
This coffee does wonders, my friend.
Oh, coffee.
And he's like,
You're
"Oh,
still
coffee.
asleep and you're mumbling coffee.
Coffee.
I do that in real life. What the fuck?
You roll over in bed and you're like, coffee.
Coffee.
He's like,
No. Nathan does that in real life.
they also know.
I Archered Bailey one morning. I fucking like held up and like making a coffee and I started drinking out of it.
Yeah,
he
Finger
pulled
and
up,
everything.
I was about to say something. He put up a finger, finished making his coffee with his finger still up, takes a sip, and is like, okay, what?
Yeah.
As he puts the finger down. Motherfucker will never happen again. I thought he had to burp or something. Like an asshole. I was going to be nice and let him burp, but no, he had to do the fucking Archer thing.
So, Sindrel's gonna be like, luckily, they know that my schedule is wonky, and I have breakfast.
Perfect.
So, you've paid the tunnel diggers, I assume.
Yes.
Did you see Zap on your way back?
I did not.
That's strange.
That is.
Well, I best figure out where he has disappeared to.
Would you want me to come along, or?
No, unnecessary. I can do it here. Can I get a bowl of water, please? The woman... Yep. The woman goes, yes. How big? Big. Bigger than my head, please. She goes, okay. She walks back out with a large stone bowl of water, and she sets it in front of him, and he goes, thank you. You can have a seat there. It'll only take me a moment. As he begins to cast a spell. And as the spell begins to work its magic, the surface of the water begins to shift. It becomes kind of like a murky gray as it begins to solidify into kind of like a silver. And then it begins to ripple from the center as an image begins to come onto it. The image that you see inside of the bull in front of you, no matter what perspective you look at the bull from, you see Zap sitting in a chair directly across from a dwarf. What the hell is that? Oh, your brush.
Yeah, kitty brush.
Okay.
Well,
And-
that's not the Thane's brother.
No, that is the High Interrogator. That is a problem.
What have they done now?
So, Zap, you had been brought from the mine up to the barracks, but instead of going up a set of stairs, a door to the left of the receptionist instead of the right leads to a stairway leading down. You're led down 6 floors before you're escorted into a windowless box room. The only thing inside is a stone table carved from the ground and stone chairs carved from the ground. You are sat down and left in there, and you can hear the door locking in place as you were left in there. You're left in there for about an hour before the door opens and a dwarf walks in with... She's just like, what are you doing? She's like, what is this? She's trying to, like, love you and figure out what it is while you're brushing her.
She's never been brushed by this brush.
So, he walks in, and he sits down, and he's wearing black robes with red highlights throughout it. And he sits down, and he's like, state your name.
Zap.
State your purpose here in the city.
To investigate the nightmares that are plaguing the city, authorized by the Thane. I'm working with Cinderella.
What is your favorite color?
What is your favorite color? No, Now, I want you to explain in very detailed explanation of what brought you into the mines tonight.
Okay, so I was under the suspicion that the Thane could have been a cause of the nightmares. Specifically when I was told that there was an investigation on him. Considering that I was tasked by the current acting Thane to find out, I figured I would use my current position to find out whether or not the Thane brother was against him and creating this plague. Obviously he was not, because he created this ruse that wasted my time investigating it, honestly.
I see. Now,
So, why did y'all have an investigation on the Thane's brother in the first place?
this is none of your concern.
Then why am I even here?
Because you made a threat against
I did not make a
Dane's
threat.
life.
I said I thought. I said that there is a chance that there is a attack imminent on the Thane's life. There is.
What is this threat against the Thane's life that you speak of?
Have you had the nightmares?
No. I've been lucky enough.
The
to-
Thane's having nightmares now,
He is.
and that's not something to be of concern. I'm trying to find out whether or not the Thane's brother was actually trying to harm the city, including you.
Well, considering
But-
the fact that the Thane, the acting High Thane, and the acting Thane of Colruyt are both having nightmares, and that nobody in the city is under investigation for the nightmares itself, considering the fact...
So, this is what's crazy about this thing. How
Silence.
am I the suspect when y'all are making false accusations
What accusations?
that there's an investigation on the Thane's brother? To us, the people investigating, the exact thing destroying the city.
The investigation has nothing to do with nightmares, but instead the background for him becoming the new Thane of Colruyt. Which is standard procedure if you knew anything about Dwarven politics. But then again, you're an outsider, you're ignorant, and now I ask again, with proof that some of the nightmares are being caused by something outside the gate, why you found it necessary to threaten the life of the new High Thane, or the new Thane of Colruyt.
Because your guard simply will not even let me do my job. Do you not understand that? I talked to the guard that led me in. The individual that led me in, I pestered, I asked, I tried to inform the guards, but I won't even get past them. What else do you expect me to do? You're an interrogator, what would you have done?
So, you've stopped 3 times in the mining district today, asking for the Brothers Expedition.
Yep.
Mentioning that you plan on going around the gate. Do you know that this is punishable by death, ignoring the High Thane's orders, even if you are an outsider?
Can you really think I'd do that when I'm under the employ of this man? When I want to get paid? When I know that I can die out there? I tried to explain to you, I was trying to find out whether or not the Thane's brother was the enemy. I am someone that can be wasted. I even told my party where I would be. And if I got taken, they would have hunted me. Correct?
That doesn't make any sense.
I will explain this again. If I was in the situation where my life was in danger, which I potentially thought it was, the Thane brother could have been a threat. That's what I thought. So, what better way to find that out than to send me, someone that has no affiliation with the city, to attempt to find out whether or not the Thane was an enemy.
So, you stopped at the Brothers Expedition and the Tunnel Diggers.
Correct.
What was your purpose stopping there?
Stopping over there, specifically, I was trying to figure out what the whole purpose of the Underdark was. Last time we got stuck, we needed to find an escort out of here. If you remember the captain of the guards, those are the ones that escorted us last time. If we hadn't got past, I'm pretty sure Cinderella and myself and my party would not have ever gotten here, and at this point been hired by the Thane.
So, your purpose in investigating this is to leave the city out through the gate.
For me, yes.
You do understand that is punishable by death.
Do y'all even want to find out what's beyond that gate? I don't understand that. I'm just going to die, I guess.
You will wait. I will return. The man stands and walks out of the room, leaving you there alone for another hour. When he returns, the door is simply opened. He walks in. You are free to go. If you disturb the Thane's brother again, you will be back here, and next time it will not be so friendly.
Thank you.
He motions for you to leave.
I leave.
Okay. You are escorted out of the barracks and out of the royal area, back to the main city. And standing outside at this point of the main area is Sindrell. And he goes, "What were you thinking?"
I'm not going to explain this again.
I see.
Let's go back. Can I just sit down?
He motions for you to go.
Okay.
So when you
Do you want me to explain it again?
no, you could just basically tell him that you explain it to him.
Okay.
After explaining it to him, he's gonna shake his head and he's like, "You almost ruined our ability to get out of the city. You're lucky I had a little bit of pull left, and the High Interrogator is a friend of mine. I'd recommend not looking at anyone in the city. I've already isolated it to being from outside of the city. We need to figure out where it's coming from. Get your rest."
It's coming from beyond the gate.
Yes, and we have already paid the tunnel diggers to get us out of the city. They didn't
Why
even
has
know
no
it.
one asked why we can't go beyond the gate?
I don't think you understand how dwarves are. They're skeptics of everything, and the gates are being closed because something is afflicting their minds. Watch. Tomorrow, I'm going to show up ready to do the enchantment, and nobody's going to know what I was talking about. Something is altering their memories. Something is corrupting the minds of the dwarves here.
Okay.
There is a lot more at play here than just nightmares. And we'll have to figure this out the hard way. Sleep. I'm going to go throughout the city and see if I can't find any more leads. See if somebody knew about it and let it here or something. I wish you both a good night, looking at both Garnet and Zap. And he's like, if you need anything, let the barkeep know. They will be able to get a hold of me. And he's going to begin making his way out.
Yeah. Head to bed.
Yeah, head to bed.
Gotcha. You guys awaken the next morning. The exhaustion is gone from Ondariel's mind, as he had used far more power than he was
You're
supposed to,
welcome.
casting a damn spell.
And your
That did
inspiration.
absolutely nothing.
Hey, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hey, I tapped into unforeseeable power that I haven't unlocked yet, and I was just amazed at myself. So amazed that I had to take a
Unlimited
nap.
power.
Unlimited
That you
power!
almost forgot to take a nap for.
So,
You almost forgot to say, "Oh yeah, I'll go to bed now."
Yeah.
you guys awake in the morning.
Uh,
Elizabeth and Reza are back at the tile game.
Do they at least look a little bit more rested?
Yes, they look like they slept all night instead of playing it all night.
I'm assuming
You two look better.
magic.
Huh?
Magic.
No, they just slept. But they're back to playing the game.
Are they gonna glare at me?
Sindrell is standing by, or as he had just walked in the door, he's standing by the door and he's like, adventures. Perfect.
Are you just gonna keep calling us adventures? Like, we have a name.
Well, considering the fact you don't have an adventuring party name yet, and I would not like to individually say each of your names, adventurers is easier.
I like Endariel's party. How about you?
Nope.
no.
That has been voted out. It is no longer an option.
The bard and his mystic lackeys.
No.
The bard and his mystic lackeys. So, he's going to stand there and he's like, I've prepared the ritual, and you'll want to be there for this. It'll be a little bit more information to your investigation, something that I've already discovered myself. Come.
Oh.
Coffee for everyone except the lizards.
Hey. I want coffee.
Oh, coffee sounds
No.
wonderful.
No. We need to pay Syndrome back.
Yeah.
I feel like 150.
Like I said, I have 126 gold. I don't want to throw all of it in there, but I will if I have to.
Well, the thing should be paying us.
The Thane is not paying you today.
When? He said after the
He'll
Gate of
just
Shield.
hold off on the payments. You'll see. Follow. He's going to escort you guys to the gates. And as they get there, he's going to walk up to the captain of the guard and be like, I'm ready to do the enchantment that will seal the gate. The captain looks at him confused and be like, what? The Thane ordered no such thing.
Enchantment?
Yes, that's what I feared. Well, I'm here anyways. Please inform the High Thane that I attempted to this, and that it was on his orders. The captain looks a bit befuddled there, but he's gonna be like, aye, Cinderella, I'll do what you say, but he's not gonna be happy to hear that you were ready for an enchantment he knows nothing about. He goes, nah, he'll understand. Let him know that it has something to do with this affliction. The captain goes, aye. And he looks back at you guys. See? Something has afflicted their minds. None of them remember the previous day. They seem to be living in a kind of limbo at the moment.
Okay. Is it only people affected by the nightmares?
No, it seems to be everyone except the arborist at Pebblestones. And, of course, us. But I do not know if that'll last permanently.
So we need to leave.
I would assume that would be the easiest way to deal with this. Then again, we might be exempt, because whatever it afflicted them might have already occurred, and we will not be susceptible to what it is. But then again, it could be something out the gates. We still do not understand. Return to the inn. Eat, drink, and then continue your investigation.
Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting it? The tunnel diggers, to see if they remembered.
They are still digging the tunnel. I have checked on them no shorter than about an hour ago. And they are still digging the tunnel. It assumes that their jobs are not afflicted. They can continue to accrue new orders and go about their day-to-day lives, but massive events like the sealing of the gates is not something that they can remember, as well as the preparations for the funeral of the previous High Thane.
So how long has he really been dead then? Or missing?
As far as I'm aware, 2 months. That is 154 days.
Wait, their months are that long?
Mm-hmm. Each month is 77 days long. Each month is 7 weeks with 11 days. She's like, what are you doing? Oh, that's how you're bribing her. You're bribing her to brush her. So, as far as I know, 2 months they've been prepping for the funeral of the High Thane, and won't go into any more detail than that. Continue your investigation if you so choose, or get prepped to leave the city tomorrow morning. We leave before the shifting of the watch.
I say we all go back to the inn, prepare ourselves,
we might need to buy some supplies, like rations.
Yeah.
I should get more D&D snacks.
Yeah. So, you guys head back to the inn and begin to prep your equipment. What else are you guys wanting to do?
Learn to play the game Reza and Elizabeth are playing.
Gotcha.
I assume I'm not welcome.
No, they wish you to play because Elizabeth wants you and her to beat Reza.
Not to take the board.
Yeah, exactly.
I take the board.
So you begin to learn to play the game, and you guys go about your daily routines. Are you guys going to buy anything, or...
How much are rations?
I'll let you guys do all of the purchasing when we end the session.
Okay.
But we're going to get you guys prepared to head out of the city, and we'll probably end the session there.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you guys go about. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of off-screen roleplay if you guys want to for buying goods like rations and other equipment that you need. But other than that, we're going to basically allow you guys to buy some of that stuff at the standard Player's Handbook price. But the next morning, you guys awake and meet outside of the tunnel diggers, and they inform you that the tunnel is done being dug and that it'll be open for as long as they wish it to be. If they wish it to be closed, to just inform them.
Okay.
I don't know how long this is going to be. I'd like to keep it open for
We'll just
a week.
As long as you tell us not to close it, or if you do not tell us to close it, it will be open.
Okay. Good, don't close
Yeah.
it. We'll tell them to close it when we come back.
Aye. Good luck, adventurers. And may you find whatever you're looking for outside the gate.
Are Elizabeth and Reza coming with us, or staying behind?
They're going to be staying behind.
What about my sword? We were there for how many days? They said it would be done in 4.
Mm-hmm. This is the,
That's day 3, isn't it?
Yeah, this is day 3.
Damn, I couldn't just stay for one more day?
Nope.
And we'll be back tomorrow for it.
Or
Never.
in a week. We'll be back anyways for it.
So, as you guys begin to traverse the tunnel, it goes straight, literally straight from their shop to a wall a bit outside the front gate. And as you guys approach the end of this tunnel, there is a flat wall with an inscription written on it. The command word is your choice. You guys may choose a command word, which will open the door.
I want the command word to literally be your choice.
Okay. You say in common your choice. The door begins to rumble open. And that is where we will end this session today. So,
I was going to say Captain.
Or lizard.
Actually, yeah, can it be Lee's?
lizard. Yeah.
Wait, why not you're a bitch?
No, that's your thing, Nathan.
You're a bitch.
Everyone's thing is lizard.
Wait,
Okay.
shit! I didn't vicious mocker anyone this session. What the fuck?
Our adventuring party name should be Lizards.
Lizards. So,
Lizards.
ladies and gentlemen, before we actually officially close up the stream, is there any deeds worthwhile in this session that we should grant a member of the party inspiration?
I'd like to grant Dario an inspiration for using the suggestion.
Yeah.
Well, because it was an action used from an inspiration, I will not allow this.
Man.
But I had so much untapped powers for a second.
Unlimited power!
Oh fuck! I lost it.
I was closing this right after she jumped off.
And she's like, back up.
Get right back.
She's too damn adorable.
I think I'm good for rations and everything too. I don't think I really need to buy anything. I still have lots of shit left.
Yeah, I have like 18 rations. I have a potion of healing.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
if there's nobody who wants to discuss inspiration givings to people in the party, then we will go ahead and end this session here. Go ahead and make a list of stuff that you guys want to purchase before you head out, and then shoot it over to me.
I'm gonna see if there's anything
I have bedrolls, rations, water skins, crossbow, bolts, healing pot, hangover cure.
Oh, 10-foot pole. Somebody should buy a 10-foot pole. You know how many
We don't-
times we've needed it?
Yeah. Where would we fit a 10-foot pole? Like, none of us has a bag of holding for a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, also, speaking about bag of holding, can you throw a bag of holding in a extra large bag and carry multiple bags of holding like that?
No.
Yeah. If it's not a bag of holding that you throw the bag of
Okay, yeah.
holding.
If you throw a bunch of bag of holdings inside of a backpack, yeah, you'd be able to carry a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
What? What's the
Honestly, just
purpose?
curious.
Isn't there like a
Honestly,
cloak that
just
has
curious in case we fill up one bag of holding.
Yeah, there's a cloak that has pockets. Okay, well, we're going to end the session there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to the 5th episode of Dungans and Durgans. It will be up on YouTube. Anybody who actually watches this, which is nobody but me at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to be a goddamn sellout. Fuck you. I'm going to say it that way that YouTube knows. I need to actually say it at the beginning, but like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Feel free to spread the word to all your friends. I'm going to be the damn sellout. I hope this actually becomes popular enough that people start to watch even though you are fucking Canadians and you suck. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the 5th episode of the Dungans and Durgans. And we will see where this tunnel leads. The secret tunnel through the mountain.
Secret tunnel.